Love is torture, words can just express. Love is gamble with years of pain and life's distress. Love makes your life insane when many stand to lose the game. Love has this crazy name where pain and sorrow die down in shame. என் காதலே என்னை என்ன செய்ய போகிறாய்? நான் ஓவியன் என்று தெரிந்தும் நீ ஏன் கண்ணிரண்டை கேட்கிறாய்? சிலுவைகள் சிறகுகள் ரெண்டில் என்ன தரப்போகிறாய்? கிழுவதை கிள்ளிவிட்டு ஏன் தள்ளி நின்று பார்க்கிறாய்? என் காதலே என்னை என்ன செய்ய போகிறாய்? நான் ஓவியன் என்று தெரிந்து நீ ஏன் கண்ணிரண்டை கேட்கிறாய்? காதலே நீ பூவெறிந்தால் எந்த மலையும் கொஞ்சம் குழையும். காதலே நீ கல்லெறிந்தால்
எந்த கடலும் கொஞ்சம் கலங்கும். இனி வீழ்வதா இல்லை வீழ்வதா, உயிர் வாழ்வதா இல்லை போவதா, அமுதென்பதா விஷம் என்பதா, உன்னை அமுத விஷம் என்பதா. என் காதலே என் காதலே என்னை என்ன செய்ய போகிறாய்? நான் ஓவியன் என்று தெரிந்தும் நீ ஏன் கண்ணிரண்டை கேட்கிறாய்? காதலே உன் காலடியில் நான் விழுந்து விழுந்து தொழுதே, கண்களை நீ மூடிக்கொண்டாய், நான் குலுங்கி குலுங்கி அழுதே. இது மாற்றமா தடுமாற்றமா என் நெஞ்சிலே பனிமூட்டமா? நீ தோழியா இல்லை எதிரியா என்று தினமும் போராட்டமா? என் காதலே என் காதலே என்னை என்ன செய்ய போகிறாய்? நான் ஓவியன் என்று தெரிந்தும் நீ ஏன் கண்ணிரண்டை கேட்கிறாய்? சிலுவைகள் சிறகுகள் ரெண்டில் என்ன தரப்போகிறாய்? கிழுவதை கிழிவிட்டு
Looking for smart IoT solutions in Southern Africa? Look no further than Macrocom. Our expert team specializes in monitoring and analyzing data to solve your organization's problems. From fleet management to smart agriculture, our solutions cover a wide range of sectors. And we make it all easy for you with smart technology tailor-made for your business and household. Reduce costs and improve efficiency with Macrocom. Contact us at info@macrocom.co.za for your smart made simple IoT solutions today.
The only way to kickstart your day. Wake up the right way. We're putting the good in good morning.
Let's get ready to rumble!
The Big Breakfast Show. With Mishant and Nandi. On Southside FM. 107.2.
வானமிடித்தது பாதங்கள் இரண்டும் பறவையானது விரல்களின் காம்பில் பூக்கள் முளைத்தது குருவங்கள் இறங்கி வீசையானது அலையாலே 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 ஆனந்த கண்ணீர் கொண்டு குடித்தேன்,
ஒவ்வொரு பற்களிலும் சிரித்தேன்,
கற்க கண்டு தூக்கிக் கொண்டு நடந்தேன் ஒரு எறும்பாய்.
நான் தண்ணீரில் மெல்ல மெல்ல நடந்தேன் ஒரு இலையாய்.
காதல் சொன்ன கணமே அது கடவுளை கண்ட கணமே, காற்றாய் பறக்குது மனமே.
காதல் சொன்ன கடமே அது கடவுளை கண்ட கடமே,
காற்றாய் பறக்குது மனமே. திகிரி குதித்தேன்,
வானம் இடித்தது,
பாதங்கள் இரண்டும்
பறவையானது,
விரல்களின் காம்பில்
பூக்கள் முளைத்தது,
உருவங்கள் இறங்கி
மீசையானது.
அலையாலே அலையாலே
அலை 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 அலை
அலையாலே 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 அலை. நரம்புகளில் மின்னல் நுழைகிறதே, உடல் முழுதும் நிலா உதிக்கிறதே.
வெண்ணிலவை இவன் மறுடியதும் விண்மீனாய் நான் சிதறிவிட்டேன்.
ஒரு விதை இதயத்தில் விழுந்தது, அது தலைவர கிளைகளை உழைக்கிறது.
அலை 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 அலை
அலை அலை அலை அலை அலை அலை.
கலங்காத குளமென இருந்தவள் ஒரு தவளை தான் குதித்ததும் வற்றிவிட்டேன்.
காதல் சொன்ன கனவே அது கடவுளை கண்ட கடமே, காற்றாய் பறக்குது மனமே.
காதல் சொன்ன கடமே அது கடவுளை கண்ட கடமே,
காற்றாய் பறக்குது மனமே. திகிரி குதித்தேன்,
வானம் இடித்தது.
பாதங்கள் இரண்டும்.
Hey there, listeners. Do you want to keep your car running smoothly without breaking the bank? Well, you're in luck because it's a new Delo Gold SAE 15W40 promotion that's perfect for you. This oil is recommended for mixed fleets of diesel engines, 4-stroke gasoline engines, commercial road transport, off-highway vehicles, and high-speed diesel engines. And the benefits? Reduced maintenance cost, prolonged engine life, preserved full performance and power, and extended oil and filter service intervals. It's like a magic potion for your car for only 799 rands and 99 cents for 20 liters. So, why not head on over to KZN Oils at 45 Krisani Road and give your car the love it deserves.
The only way to kickstart your day, the Big Breakfast Show with Bashant and Naidu on Southside FM 107.2.
Treat her like a lady. Now I'm the kind of guy who don't believe that chivalry is dead. No. 'Cause I believe a woman should be treated with the utmost respect. Don't be afraid. Don't turn and walk away. I wanna get to know ya. Yeah. Don't be ashamed. Don't say that love's to blame. Just come and look me over. You have a heart that you've always been looking for. I could treat her like a lady. Treat her like a lady. In this world of liberation, it's so easy to forget. That it's so nice to have a man around to lend a helping hand. You can bet that you can, baby. When I was young, my mama used to say, boy, a woman's like a flower. With love on her, you shout. Ever since that day, her words never went away. I'll always still remember to treat my baby tender. To find a heart that you've always been looking for. How could anybody ask so much more? Now I ain't putting in those thinking, yeah, Yankee off the court. Treat her like a lady. Treat her like a lady. A cigarette if she smokes even. Treat her like a lady. Treat her like a lady. Compliment her on her hair, even help her with her chair. Treat her like a lady. Treat her like a lady. She's a bad son of a gun. I'm her loving dumb one. Treat her like a lady. Treat her like a lady. Every day, every way,
Ten minutes after 6 o'clock, it is the Big Breakfast Show on Southside FM 107.2, www.southsidefm.com for local and international streaming. It is Hump Day. It's the 10th day of April 2024. Good morning to you. I hope everyone's safe after all the rain and intensity we experienced towards the latter part of yesterday, particularly on the commute home from the office. It was bad. It was devastating. It was giving 2022 vibes, April 2022, almost to the day, in fact. And many of us had the flashbacks of those devastating floods while we were driving home yesterday. But as long as everyone's safe and in one piece and accounted for, you can mark the register on 074 345 447. Let us know that you are safe and let us know who you are and where you're from. Send us a voice note. We'll put you on the radio this morning. Send us a text message. We will read that out for you. Having a look at the traffic, nothing to report in KZN at this stage. So too in Gauteng, there's a few stationary vehicles, but they're not causing too much of a problem in Gauteng this morning. Having a look at the weather, Durban in a high of 25 degrees today. 10% chance of rain is expected. Escort 23, Giants Castle 20, Ikopo on 23, Kokstad 18, Ladysmith 25, Margate 24, Mooirivier 22, Newcastle 24, Peter Maritzburg on 24 degrees, Port Shepstone 25, Richards Bay 25, St. Lucia 25, Ulundi 25, Underberg 19, and Vryheid on a high of 25 degrees. We are broadcasting live on Facebook and YouTube this morning. So if you've got a smart TV, you can stream us on YouTube. You just got to go to our Southside FM YouTube channel. And you'll find me there. Hi, good morning. So you can stream us there. And you can watch us on Facebook. Otherwise, you can catch us on 107.2. That's my favorite. 107.2, www.southsidefm.com, Radio Garden, and a whole host of other platforms. 12 minutes after 6 o'clock now. Good morning.
முடிவிலா புன்னகை இன்று நான் மீண்டும் மீண்டும் பிறந்தேன் ஒரு துளி பார்வையிலே என்றென்றும் புன்னகை முடிவிலா புன்னகை
Here we go. I'm ripping up on the mic, just swinging with the hip the hop once again. In effect, feel the constant slamming of the bass line. Never mess around with the funk because I'm sneaking, geeking, always finger licking. I don't need Halloween just to be trick or treating because I'm always on top. You're making a walk to jiggle jiggle. What's up?
Drum drum punnage, mudivila punnage, indra naan meenum meenum pirundenu nurukuli paarvaile. Oh,
15 minutes after 6 o'clock now. Good morning to you. And over the past few weeks, one party in particular, one political party in particular has been in the spotlight more than others, and that is the Mkhonto Wesizwe party. And that trend is now continuing. And yesterday, the Electoral Court of South Africa has made a shocking ruling that former President Jacob Gedle Ishlekisa Zuma will be allowed to be on the list of Mkhonto Wesizwe party candidates after the Electoral Court dismissed the objection. Zuma is number one on the list of candidates for the Mkhonto Wesizwe party to Parliament. The Electoral Court delivered its judgment on Tuesday after it heard arguments from both Zuma's counsel and the counsel of the Commission of South Africa, the Electoral Commission of South Africa, that is. The IEC had released a list of candidates of parties and, in line with the law, asked for objections. It received an objection against former President Jacob Zuma following his incarceration at the Escort prison in KwaZulu-Natal in the year 2021 for defying the Constitutional Court. Zuma's counsel, Advocate Dali Mpofu, had argued in court that the IEC had no authority to remove former President Zuma from the list. He said the decision lies with the National Assembly, but advocate for the IEC argued that the Commission was applying Section 47 of the Constitution, which was clear on the selection of candidates to Parliament. He said the law directly outlined that lawbreakers cannot be lawmakers. The advocate said Zuma had violated the law and as such was sentenced to imprisonment by the Constitutional Court. Despite his appeals against the judgment, the Constitutional Court said the decision cannot be appealed and he had to serve 15 months in jail. Now, the Constitution is very clear on this matter. It says that if you have been sentenced to more than 12 months in prison, you cannot contest in the election. So I can't understand how the court came to this judgment. Anyway, the fact that President Cyril Ramaphosa released him a few months later did not suggest it changed his sentence of 15 months that was imposed by the court. It was immaterial that Zuma spent less than the prescribed term, but the sentence of the apex court stands. Zuma announced in December that he was joining the MKP. The ANC suspended him. However, he has been campaigning for the MKP and was number one on their list. Zuma's daughter, Duduzile Zuma Sampudla, was also on the list, as well as former Minister Des van Rooyen. The man who registered the MKP last year, Jabulani Kumalo, was also on the list. Meanwhile, the IEC is now taking legal advice on the decision of the Electoral Court to allow former President Jacob Zuma to contest in the election. The IEC said it would ask for reasons from the court in order to decide how to proceed with the matter. It said it was crucial that reasons are provided by the court. The Zuma matter was not the only one decided in the Electoral Court. It also ruled against the IEC on the overseas-based voters. The Democratic Alliance had taken the commission to court regarding voting stations abroad. In order to understand the basis of conclusions reached in both matters, it is important that reasons are provided. We will request the Electoral Court to hand down reasons for the orders made, said the IEC, and we look forward to reviewing that. KZN Crimes Overview. Over 9,500 suspects, including 167 suspected killers, were nabbed in the month of March. Almost 10,000 people have been arrested in KwaZulu-Natal in the month of March 2024 for various crimes. The crackdown police seized 258 firearms, of which included 17 rifles, 22 machetes, aka bush knives, were also seized. KZN police spokesperson Colonel Robert Nechiunda said during Operation Chanela, a total of 9,522 suspects were arrested. A total of 167 suspected murderers and 137 attempted murder suspects were among the 3,156 suspects who were arrested for contact crimes. Close to 150 suspects were arrested in connection with cases of robbery, inclusive of house robbery, business robbery, robbery with aggravating circumstances, and carjacking. Those who prey on women and children were also traced, and the Family Violence, Child Protection and Sexual Offences Unit ensured that 243 suspected rapists were removed from society in the month of March. Over 1,500 people were arrested in connection with assault crimes. The fight against the proliferation of drugs and abuse of liquor was intensified, and during the operations, 1,380 suspects were arrested for drug-related crimes, said Colonel Robert Nechiunda. Over 445 people were arrested for illegally dealing in liquor. 426 people were arrested for driving under the influence of alcohol, and a further 73 people were nabbed for drinking in a public place. In addition to the 258 firearms seized, police also recovered almost 3,000 rounds of ammunition of various caliber firearms. A total of 463 knives were also recovered during the province-wide takedown. Well done to the South African Police Services of KwaZulu-Natal. They are doing their job. Give credit where it's due. Moving on now, investigations are underway after a Durban man was dismembered while tampering with a city pipeline. In an inquest docket that has been opened after a man was killed while tampering with the eThekwini municipality's infrastructure at the city's northern aqueduct pipeline in Durban. The municipality can confirm that the deceased was found dismembered on the site by the South African Police Services, where the air valve was found tampered with and ultimately removed, causing excessive water from the trunk main pipeline to flood the chamber. City spokesperson Gugu Sisalana said. She said engineers from the city's water and sanitation unit have stated that anyone inside the chamber will get seriously injured or probably die due to the high pressure in the pipeline. And finally, surprise delight for one Santon dealership as a couple waltzed in and took delivery of not one, but two Rolls Royces from a Santon dealer. Why buy one Rolls Royce when you can have two? Celebrations were the order of the day at a Santon dealership this week when an unknown couple dressed in luxury designer gear took delivery of two luxury Rolls Royces worth a combined 4 million rand. Buying a car is a joyous occasion for many, particularly those with an appreciation for the finest brands out there, but we can hardly imagine a feeling more satisfying than that experienced by the couple in the video that circulated on social media, who drove home with not one but two Rolls-Royce luxury sedans. Imagine. People are winning out there. People are winning. And there's the Big Breakfast Show on Southside FM 107.2. Good morning.
வௌவல் உன் பூவிழி பார்வை போதுமடி என் பூங்கா இலைகளும் மலருமடி உன் காற்கொலு சொலிகள் போதுமடி பல கவிஞர்கள் கற்பனை விடுபொடி
बाजी 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 என் ஜீவன் சிவாஜி बाजी 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 என் ஜீவன் சிவாஜி அன்பா வாழையிடு அழகை சாணியிடு உன்னால் வாசனை என் மேனியில் நீ பூசிவிடு
அடி நெட்டை நிலவே ரெட்டை திமிரே நெஞ்சில் முட்டி கொல்லே
बाजी 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 என் ஜீவன் சிவாஜி बाजी 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 என் ஜீவன் சிவாஜி
பூம்பாவாய் யாம்பல் யாம்பல் உன்னதையோ மௌவல் மௌவல் ஒரு வெண்ணிலவை மணக்கும் மன்மதன் நான் என் தேனிலவே ஒரு நிலவுடன் தான் அவள் யாரும் இல்லை தோகி தோகவள் தான்
புன்னகை பேரரசே தேன் குளத்து பூவுக்குள் குளிப்பீரா புன்னகை பேரரசே தேன் குளத்து பூவுக்குள் குளிப்பீரா விடியும் வரை மார்புக்குள் இருப்பீரா விழிகளுக்குள் சிறு துளி கொள்வீரா
பெண்களிடம் சொல்வது குறைவு செய்வது அதிகம் செயல் புயல் நானடி
बाजी 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 इन जीवन में शिवाजी बाजी 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 इन जीवन में शिवाजी
பூம்பாவாய் யாம்பல் யாம்பல் உன்னதையோ மௌவல் மௌவல்
27 minutes after 6 o'clock. You know what? There's good news for Chatsworth finally. Yesterday, Mayor Mkulisi Kaunda conducted Operation Siashlola in Chatsworth, where he introduced a contractor to commence with the rehabilitation of a 200-meter stretch of road on Astro Drive from Robin Street to Sunset Drive in Karwastan. Now, if you know where that bridge is, that's on the Higginson Highway, Woodhurst Westcliff Bridge. From there all the way up to Sunset Drive. It's a bit of a nightmare there to navigate and drive on that stretch of road, and that's been like that since the floods in 2022. So finally, a contractor has been appointed with an allocated budget of 1.2 million rand to rehabilitate that stretch of road, and apparently it will be completed within the next 4 days. Other departments, including the water department, will also fulfill their respective roles within the project scope, as they have already replaced leaking pipes, said Mayor Kaunda. He appealed to the residents for patience during this period of construction. Listen, they have been patient all this time with dealing with that road. So I guess 4 days is not a big ask. Apparently, because the road is so wide, monitoring the traffic and diverting the traffic won't be too hard, as you can close off one lane and move to the next one. Having a look at the traffic very quickly. Durban, still nothing to tell you about. Having a look at Gauteng, stationary vehicle on the November 1 northbound. That's in the vicinity of Allendale. Let's have a look at the WhatsApp station police saying it's about time. It's a road to be avoided at all costs. You know what? I absolutely hate driving on that stretch of road. And my uncle lives down the road there. So when we go to visit him, I find every excuse not to. Or try to go in alternate directions. But you have to end up there eventually. It's a bit of a nightmare, but thank God it's finally being rehabilitated. Ronnie is present. Sundri from Malvern is present. Ronika Vimla Governor in Tongat is present.
Good morning, breakfast team. This is Alan Governor and Slorozana present.
Vanakkam Southside and Vanakkam to all the Muckles. This is Speaker Pillay from Phoenix, present, Nandri.
Good morning, breakfast team. Mom Ragni Governor and my wife Natasha are present. Welcome to Day. Enjoy. Have a blessed day. Yogan from Chatsworth.
Good morning, Southside FM. Good morning, and Fiza are present.
Good morning, everyone. Let's have a look, see what's happening. Kasturi from Chatswood is present. Lekashni, Sanisha, Trishul, Tavanya, and Renita from Lenasia are present this morning. Keith Ratnam in Edenvale. Naomi is present. Dina, Vasagi Chinsami, Sushi Naidu from Unit 9, Chatswood is present. Don Paul and Regina from Merebank. Salvi is present. Premi says, good morning and Vanakkam Southside FM family and the big breakfast team. Mr. and Mrs. Lee Archery from Phoenix is present. Vanakkam Big Breakfast team and Southside FM family. May you be blessed with an amazing day. Take care and stay safe. That's Morgan Keston. Salvan says, Vanakkam Mishantan. We are present at Salvan and Maliga Chetty of Newlands. Linda Subramani is present. Rubendri is present this morning. And Roy Chinsami out in Kenville is present as well. I'll tell you why I'm a bit annoyed this morning. Imagine having to fill your buckets of water and heat it up and parade around the house from 4:30 only to have a bucket bath and realize the water is back. So yesterday we were left without water, and I saw one of the ward councillors put a status up on WhatsApp and said, the reservoir is empty. Why can't you fill the reservoir before it gets empty is my question to you. Dolly from Australia is present this morning. Hey, what is it now? Afternoon, evening in Australia? Good afternoon to you, Dolly. Kali Vanakkam Logi is present. May Ganesha bless you all. And Marlene says she's present this morning. 31 minutes after 6 o'clock, you can continue sending through your messages. It is the Big Breakfast Show on Southside FM 107.2.
Nare nare nanna nare 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 nannare 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 அடிமடியில் சேமிப்பேன் மேகத்தின் தாரைகளில் பாய்ந்தாட போகின்றேன் ஆகாய சில்லகளை அடிமடியில் சேமிப்பேன் ஜில் 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 மனசெல்லாம் ஜில் நன்னாரே 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 விண்மேகம் முட்ட பொன்மின்னல் வெட்ட வெட்ட பூவானம் பொத்து கொண்டதோ கிளி கிளி வயல்வெளி ஆடும் வண்ணத் தும்பிகளே உங்கள் வாள்களில் வசித்திருந்தேன். சடுகுடு பாடும் பிள்ளை நண்டுகளே மணல் வலைகளில் நான் இருந்தேன். மலையின் தாய்மடியில் சிறு ஊற்றாய் நான் கிடந்தேன். காதல் பெருக்கெடுத்து இன்று நதியாய் இறங்குகின்றேன். ஒரு காதல் குரல் பெண்ணை மயக்கியதே, ஒரு காதல் குரல் பெண்ணை மயக்கியதே. காட்டுப்புறா இந்த மண்ணை விட்டு விண்ணை முட்டும் நன்னாரே 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 நன்னாரே.
25 minutes now to the hour. Good morning, Jashvi. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm going to tell you what my manager used to tell me back in the day when we used to come late to work.
Are we still on this?
Yeah.
Why?
If you can't come here on time, find a job that's closer to your house, is what he used to tell me.
It was over when you pranked me and we.
No, it still lingers.
Why?
It still stings sometimes. It pains.
But why?
Because I must sit here for half an hour by myself.
Oh.
And all these curtains that move over here frightens me.
And he thinks that there's a ghost in here.
I think
sometimes,
I want to burn sabradi at dry chilies.
sometimes when he has his headphones on and someone opens and closes the door,
I get frightened.
He gets scared.
I get scared. I don't know. They must take water and bang on my face.
I can't. I really
What's
cannot.
happening on the Facebook there?
Pradeepa Reddy says, good morning, breakfast team. Have a blessed day. Ronnie and Chatsworth is here. Pam Puriyashi says, good morning, Big Breakfast Show. Swaminathan Reddy says, good morning, guys. Have a wacky Wednesday. Ooh la la, Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
I don't understand that.
I just had to say it because it was there. So. Dina Naidu says, Kale Vanakam, Mishantan Tash, and the Muckle. Have a blessed hump day. It is a pleasure listening to you this morning. Patu Chetty is here. Salvi Govender and Pam Archery.
Now, a cheating and abusive husband has been denied 15,000 rand spousal maintenance during divorce settlements. What's going on here? A cheating and abusive husband who sought 15,000 rand monthly maintenance from his wife. How much is too much?
Shame, man. I mean,
I didn't know it can work that way as well. I thought it was just one. I thought it was just one avenue.
Yes.
I didn't know it was a two-way street where you can also take half.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
So, anyway, a cheating and abusive husband who sought 15,000 rand monthly maintenance from his wife failed to convince the North Gauteng High Court in Pretoria that he needed the funds. The former couple got married in Community of Property in July 1999 and had 2 children. The wife brought the divorce application in the High Court and also sought for the husband to forfeit her pension fund as well as properties and cars which were part of the joint estate. So the court said, you can't take it.
It's not yours.
It's not yours.
You can't have it. You can't have it.
Kale Vanakkam to the Big Breakfast Show. We would like to wish our Dada Harris Naidu a very happy birthday for today. May Swami bless you abundantly. Love, VSN, Patpus, Nandri, Vanakkam.
As cute as that was,
I got a bit of a shock. I would like.
It sounded like Nightmare on Elm Street.
Like in a horror
1,
movie.
2, Freddy's
Yeah.
coming for you.
But that was so cute. But I didn't expect all of you to see it at the same time.
Did you practice that? I always wonder when people send through these types of voice, do they practice?
I think so.
Do they?
Because, yeah.
Let's play Hey, I Know That Movie. This one is, we've done this movie before, but we haven't done this particular dialogue from them.
Okay, all right.
So you have to be sharp with this movie. Ready?
Ready.
Everything the light touches is our kingdom. Wow. A king's time as ruler rises and falls like the sun.
Got it?
I mean, come on.
No, there are people that won't have it, Tashi.
Really?
Yeah.
No, man.
074345447 is the WhatsApp number. Let us know the name of this movie. I'll give it to you one more time.
Everything the light touches is our kingdom. A king's time as ruler rises and falls like the sun.
074345447. I think that was sufficient.
It's very iconic. You just have to recognize the voice. It's just so. That's the giveaway. Voice.
It's James Earl Jones.
Mm-hmm.
James Earl Jones has the most iconic voice, and you only associate James Earl Jones with two movies. The one is Star Wars.
And this one.
And this.
Yeah.
074345447. We want to know the name of that movie.
The Big Breakfast Show. The Big Breakfast Show.
Get out, damn it. Close the door, don't slam it. Let me be alone a while to give my nerves a rest. Whatever you do, I love you. No matter what you do, I love you. And I want to run after you, but I don't know what's best. If you will take good care of me, I'll be your caretaker. You'll be the maker of the peace. I'll be the peacemaker. You will take good care of me, then I'll be your caretaker. You'll be the maker of the peace. I'll be the peacemaker. Hours later, I hear the key in the front door. We look each other in the eye, a timid sorry pair. There's a little more conversation, just a little more conversation. The battle's lost, the war is won, I think we've cleared the air. You will take good care of me, I'll be your caretaker. You'll be the maker of the peace, I'll be the peacemaker. You will take good care of me, then I'll be your caretaker. You'll be the maker of the peace, I'll be the peacemaker. You will take good care of me, then I'll be your caretaker. You'll be the maker of the peace, I'll be the peacemaker. You will take good care of me, then I'll be your caretaker. You'll be the maker of the peace, I'll be the peacemaker. You will take good care of me, then I'll be your caretaker. You'll be the maker of the peace, I'll be the peacemaker.
The Big Breakfast Show. The Big Breakfast Show.
அறுபத்து நான்கினையும் ஏய உணர்விக்கும் என் நன்மை தூய உருப்பளிங்கு போல் வாழ்யன் உள்ளத்தினுள்ளே இருப்பள் இங்கு வாராது இடர் படிக நிறமும்
தன்னன தன்னன்னான தர தன்னன தன்னனான தன்னன்னான. தங்கமே தமிழுக்கில்லை தட்டுப்பாடு, ஒரு சரக்கிருக்குது முறுக்கிருக்குது மெட்டு போடு. எத்தனை சபைகள் கண்டோம், எத்தனை எத்தனை பகையும் கண்டோம், அத்தனையும் சூடங்காட்டி சுட்டு போடு. விட்டு போடு விட்டு போடு, என் தாய் கொடுத்த தமிழுக்கில்லை தட்டுப்பாடு. விட்டு போடு விட்டு போடு, அடக்கடலுக்குண்டு கற்பனைக்கில்லை கட்டுப்பாடு. தங்கமே தமிழுக்கில்லை தட்டுப்பாடு, ஒரு சரக்கிருக்குது முறுக்கிருக்குது மெட்டு போடு. எத்தனை சபைகள் கண்டோம், எத்தனை எத்தனை பகையும் கண்டோம், அத்தனையும் சூடங்காட்டி சுட்டு போடு. மெட்டு போடு மெட்டு போடு, என் தாய் கொடுத்த தமிழுக்கில்லை தட்டுப்பாடு. மெட்டு போடு மெட்டு போடு, அடக்கடலுக்குண்டு கற்பனைக்கில்லை கட்டுப்பாடு. இது மக்கள் பாட்டு, தன்மான பாட்டு, இது போராடும் உங்கள் வாழ்க்கை பாட்டு. கல்லூரி பெண்கள் பாடும் கன்னி பாட்டு, சபைகளை வென்று வரும் சபதம் போட்டு. நாம் கட்டும் பாட்டு, ஈரம் தட்டும் பாட்டு, கட்டி செந்தேனாய் நெஞ்சில் சொட்டும் பாட்டு. தாய் பாலை போல் ரத்தத்தில் ஒட்டும் பாட்டு, தமிழ் மக்கள் வீட்டை சென்று தட்டும் பாட்டு. விட்டு போடு விட்டு போடு, என் தாய் கொடுத்த தமிழுக்கில்லை தட்டுப்பாடு. மெட்டு போடு மெட்டு போடு, அடக்கடலுக்குண்டு கற்பனைக்கில்லை கட்டுப்பாடு. இனி கண்ணீர் வேண்டாம், ஒரு கவிதை செய்க, எங்கள் கானங்கள் கேட்டு காதல் செய்க.
From the movie Duet, Metta Pore in the voice of SPD. Good morning to you. It is the Big Breakfast Show. 12 minutes after 12 minutes to 6 o'clock. 7 o'clock.
7.
I stop it.
I will.
12 minutes to. If you're wondering why I took two songs, tell them why, Tashria.
He's preparing himself for the news.
It's the most irritating thing.
It's daunting. When you hear that, if you don't get nervous before you press unmute and that noise is playing, there's something wrong.
And there's so many words that are hard to pronounce.
You should have heard him. He was busy, but that's good. I mean, at least he was pronouncing it properly.
No, I was like, what is this? What is somewhere in Limpopo?
Somewhere, yeah. And then he just ended up changing it. So,
all right, let's answer. Hey, I know that movie.
Morning, Lion King Samaradia.
Lion King, Tracy Naina.
Lion King,
The Lion King, Pasigichan Sami.
Kale Chetty giving us the right answer. Deshni Pillai, Ronika. The Lion King. This one's from Vasantha Mudli in Edenvale. Sugendri gave us the right answer. Denise Govender. Vanakam, the answer is Lion King. Mufasa says Salvan. Roy Chinsami, Salvan and Maliga Chetty and Dina all giving us the right answer. Let's have a look quickly at the traffic this morning. I've got an incident to report. There's a stationary vehicle on the N3 eastbound that's after the ramp to Hilton Avenue. All lanes are open. I can't see anything else happening in KZN. However, you can report traffic now by sending us a WhatsApp on 0743454447. Out in Gauteng, we've got slow-moving traffic on the N1 northbound. That's there by Winnie Mandela Drive. Usual hotspot, that. Galulis on the N12 eastbound. You're going to find slow-moving traffic there. And on the N1 southbound in the vicinity of Olifantsfontein Road, you're going to find a lot of congestion there. All lanes are open. Traffic slow-moving in that area. On the R21, I've got a stationary vehicle on the shoulder. That's after the ramp to Benoni interchange on the R23. Left shoulder is blocked there. On the N12 eastbound, stationary vehicle on the travel lane after the ramp from Atlas Road. On the M43, one left lane and left shoulder is blocked. When we come back, I'll have your 7 o'clock news bulletin. What?
That sounds so weird for you to say, because you always say, you know, what you used to say. Now it's like,
why are you doing that?
I'm just saying.
When we come back, I'll have your 7 o'clock news bulletins. Shriya will have your weather, and thereafter, where in the world is that?
You're listening to The Big Breakfast Show. Hi. We put the good in good morning.
Good morning.
Mother, சீரங்கள் பாருங்கள் பாருங்கள் பூமியின் கோலங்கள் இது உங்கள் காலம் இனிமேல் உலகம் பார்க்க பாகுது மனிதியின் வீரங்கள் சிங்கப்பெண்ணே சிங்கப்பெண்ணே ஆனினமே உன்னை வணங்குமே நன்றிக்கடன் தீர்ப்பதற்கே கருவிலே உன்னை ஏந்துவே ஒரு முறை தலைகுனி உன் கட்டி சிங்கம் முகம் அவன் பார்ப்பதற்கு மட்டுமே கேரு 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 நெஞ்சில் வலிமை கொண்டு கேரு உன்னை பெண் என்று கேலி செய்த கூட்டம் ஒரு நாள் உன்னை வணங்கிடும் உயர்ந்து நில்லு கேரு 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 நெஞ்சில் வலிமை கொண்டு கேரு உன்னை பெண் என்று கேலி செய்த கூட்டம் ஒரு நாள் உன்னை வணங்கிடும் உயர்ந்து நில்லு சிங்கப்பெண்ணே சிங்கப்பெண்ணே ஆணினமே உன்னை வணங்குமே நன்றி கடன் தீர்ப்பதற்கே கருவிலே உன்னை ஏந்துமே கேரு 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 நெஞ்சில் வலிமை கொண்டு கேரு உன்னை பெண் என்று கேலி செய்த கூட்டம் ஒரு நாள் உன்னை வணங்கிடும் உயர்ந்து நில்லு அன்னை தங்கை மனைவி என்று நீ நடித்த வியர்வை உங்கள் பாதைக்குள் பற்றும் அந்த தீயை அணைக்கும் நீ பயமின்றி துணிந்து செல்லு சொல்லும் நம்பாது பரிதாபம் காட்டும் எந்த மட்டத்தோடும் நிலையாதே
வலிமை கொண்டு கேளு உன்னை பெண் என்று கேலி செய்த கூட்டம் ஒரு நாள் உன்னை வணங்கிடும் உயர்வு வலிமை கொண்டு கேளு உன்னை பெண் என்று கேலி செய்த கூட்டம் ஒரு நாள் உன்னை வணங்கிடும் உயர்வு
இது காயங்கள் மாறும் கலங்காதே உன் துன்பம் வீழும் நகரும் உனக்காக நீ உதிப்பாயம்மா உனதாற்றல் உணர்ந்திடுவாய் விடிய ஒன்றை கூறி ஏற்றுவாய் விடியல் ஒன்றை கூறி ஏற்றுவாய்
சிங்கப்பெண்ணே சிங்கப்பெண்ணே ஆடினமே உன்னை இப்பதற்கே கருவிலே உன்னை ஏந்துவே ஒரு முறை தலைகுடி சிங்கம் சாப்பிட்டதற்கு மட்டுமே கேலி செய்த கூட்டம் ஒரு நாள் உன்னை வணங்கிடும் உயர்ந்து நின்று உன்னை தன்னை மனைவி நீ அளித்த உயர்வை உங்கள் தாரை பற்றும் அந்த தீயை அழைக்கும் நீ பயமின்றி துணிந்து செல்ல.
The only way to kickstart your day, the Big Breakfast Show with Bashant and Naidu on Southside FM 107.2.
ఇంతకన్నా మంచి పోలికేది నాకు తట్టలేదు గాని అమ్మో ఈ లవ్ అనేది బబ్లు గమ్ము అంటుకున్నదంటే పోదు నమ్ము ముందు నుంచి అందరన్న మాటే గాని మళ్ళీ అంటున్నానే అమ్ము ఇది చెప్పకుండా వచ్చే తుమ్ము ప్రేమ నా పలేవు నన్ను నమ్ము ఎటగానే ఎదురు చూకి తగినట్టుగా నువ్వు బదులు చెబితివే అరి దేవుడా తలో పడి పిల్లడాంట దగ్గర నన్ను చేరదీస్తివే బుట్టబొమ్మ నన్ను చుట్టుకుంటివే జిందగీకే అడ్డబొమ్మై జంట కట్టుకుంటివే బుట్టబొమ్మ నన్ను చుట్టుకుంటివే జిందగీకే అడ్డబొమ్మై జంట కట్టుకుంటివే మల్టీప్లెక్స్ లోని ఆడియన్స్ లాగా మౌనం కొన్నా గానీ అమ్ము లోనా దంటనగా జరిగిందే నమ్ము తిమ్మ తిరిగి నాదే మైండ్ సిమ్ము రాజుల కాలం కాదు రథము గుర్రం లేవు అద్దం ముందర నాతో నేను యుద్ధం చేస్తా అంటే గాజుల చేతులు చాపి దగ్గరకొచ్చిన నువ్వు చెంపల్లో చిటికేసి చక్రవర్తిని చేసావు చిన్నగా చినుకు తొందరడిగితే కొండ పుట్టగా తుఫాను తెస్తే మటగా మల్లె పువ్వు నడిగితే ముటగా పుల తొటగా పైనొచ్చి పడితివే బుట్టబొమ్మ నన్ను చుట్టుకుంటివే జిందగీకే అడ్డబొమ్మై జంట కట్టుకుంటివే వెలినిండా నన్ను తీసి పట్టు పెట్టుకుంటివే గాలి కింది పువ్వు నేను నెట్టినట్టుకుంటివే మంచి పోలికేది నాకు తట్టలేదు కానీ అమ్మో ఈ లవ్ అనేది బబ్లు గమ్ము అంటుకున్నదంటే పోదు నమ్ము ముందు నుంచి అందరన్న మాటే కానీ మళ్ళీ అంటున్నానే అమ్మో ఇది చెప్పకుండా వచ్చే తుమ్ము ప్రేమ నా బలేదు నన్ను నమ్ము
Seven o'clock. Vanakkam, namaskaram. Good morning. In your top stories this hour, the IEC is receiving legal advice on the electoral court rulings. The JSC cannot recommend candidates to fill constitutional court vacancies, and the Cape Town city is restoring electricity supply to affected areas. The Independent Electoral Commission, the IEC, will receive legal advice on yesterday's electoral court rulings. The court dismissed the commission's banning of former President Jacob Zuma to become a member of parliament. The court also ruled in favor of the Democratic Alliance to have embassies and consulates open as voting stations on election day next month. The IEC says the rulings were without reason and will seek the reasoning behind them. Moving on to the Judicial Services Commission, the JSC says it cannot recommend a candidate to fill a vacancy at the Constitutional Court. The Commission will not conduct interviews for the post again. The JSC is required by the Constitution to recommend 4 candidates to fill a single vacancy at the court. The Constitutional Court is faced with many appeals and is yet to deliver a single judgment this year. Experts have warned that the court is now in crisis. Moving on to the Ekurhuleni municipality, and the Ekurhuleni Metro Police Department says informal settlements in Germiston form the base for criminal activities and illegal activities. The authorities believe that the informal settlements are also used by illegal miners. The Ekurhuleni Metro Police Department arrested 7 suspected illegal miners yesterday. Several suspects were injured during a shooting with authorities. Other suspects managed to escape through an illegal mining shaft. Officers have confiscated 4 illegal firearms. On to the city of Cape Town now. The city of Cape Town is working to restore electricity supply to all areas that were affected by the weekend's storm. The wet and windy weather cut electricity supply to several areas in the metro over the weekend. Affected areas include Fuleni, Philippi West, Lansdowne, Athlone, Crawford, and Salt River. City officials have restored power to some areas and are working on restoring electricity supply to the rest. The city's MMC for Energy, Beverly van Vrienen, says she is happy that the weather has improved. In international news, 38 migrants were killed when their boat was shipwrecked off the coast of Djibouti. The United Nations says the recovered bodies included children. The boat was carrying 66 people when it sank on Monday. Local authorities have assisted survivors of the incident. The survivors include women and children and are believed to be from Ethiopia. The group braved the deadly eastern route to seek a better life elsewhere. And in sporting news now, nothing is splitting the 4 sides featured in last night's UEFA Champions League first leg quarterfinals. In Spain, the match between Real Madrid and Manchester City, the lead traded hands several times. The match eventually ended in a 3-3 draw. Meanwhile, in London, the encounter between Arsenal and Bayern Munich came to a controversial conclusion as the Gunners weren't awarded a clear penalty in the closing stages of the match. They had to settle for a 2-2 draw. The second leg encounters will be played next week, Wednesday. A short while ago, gold was selling at $2,351.93 a fine ounce. A barrel of Brent crude oil will cost $89.43. $1 will cost 18 Rand 45. The British pound is selling at 23 Rand 38 cents, and the euro is currently trading at 20 Rand 2 cents. You can purchase 1 Bitcoin for $69,124. That's all for this news bulletin. It's probably brought to you by Macrocom, Smart Made Simple. For the Big Breakfast News Team, I'm Nishanthan Naidu. Over to Tashmi on the weather.
Having a look at your weather this morning, Durban's on high of 27 degrees.
We tried.
We
tried.
Oh, God. It's currently 19 and now, and sunny, windy conditions expected at 2 p.m. this afternoon. Today's temperature ranges from 17 to 27. Moving on, and now Escort 23, Giants Castle 20, Ecorpo 23, Coxstad 18, Ladysmith 25, Margate 24, Moorefield 22, Newcastle 24, Pietermaritzburg 24, Port Shepstone 25, Richards Bay 25, St. Lucia 25, Ulundi 25, Underberg 19, and Vryheid on 25 degrees. Having a look at the rest of the country, now Polokwane 25, Mbombela 25, Pretoria 24, Johannesburg 23, Bloemfontein 20, Kimberley 22, and Cape Town on 19 degrees.
Vanakkam Namaskaram, Mishanthan and Teshria. I hope you and your Michael have a wonderfully wishful Wednesday. So Mishanthan, the hubby and I are in the same boat as you, and it's the most annoying thing ever. To either wake up to go to work and not have water, or to come home and not have water in your taps is just annoying. It really is. And I cannot understand this. They're always in a meeting, the councillor, and they always have the same line that the reservoir is low. I mean, come on, guys. With technology the way it is now, can they not possibly put a sensor at the reservoir?
That's
that
what
can
I'm
warn
asking.
them before the levels even go below what it should be? I mean, be proactive than reactive. We are proactive rather than reactive now because we're now keeping buckets all over the house and water storage everywhere. Maybe we should go and tell them how to be proactive. I don't know. But anyway, it's Wednesday, guys. We're almost there to the end. I can see the finish line. Have an absolutely lovely Wednesday.
If the technology exists for your fuel tank and it will tell you when you're running low on fuel, why can't the same system be put into the reservoir?
Well, exactly. Our
It's
point.
empty. There's nothing there. You might as well go down and put the sensor.
Exactly, because there's nothing there, you know?
I can't believe. So yesterday, I was looking at the ward councillor's WhatsApp status.
Right.
And he just put up a post saying the reservoir is empty. Why are you telling us it's empty? Why you never fill it?
Why didn't you
fill it?
Did you not know it was going to be empty? Like, did you not see the levels drop?
Anyway, Denise says, good morning, guys. Wow, Mishanthan, well done in reading the news, quick and precise.
Please continue with those messages. He gets very excited. He does this.
Because no one gives me compliments in a hurry.
No, we do.
No.
We do.
No.
Well done on reading the news. You said it. Your voice projection was on point, and your pronunciation of words.
Even Logan says you did great with the news. Thank
well
you.
Done. Especially that ending.
More.
More. Please send your messages on 0743454447 saying how well you said the news today.
The only way to kickstart your day. Wake up the right way. We're putting the good in good morning.
Let's get ready to rumble!
The Big Breakfast Show. With Mishanthan Naidu. On Southside FM. 107.2.
This is where our hearts meet. I see it in your eyes. I've waited for this moment, my love. It's a dream come alive. Heaven must have sent me an angel of the night. 'Cause you are my lady soul. You warm my heart when I go cold. 'Cause you are you're my lady soul. You're my lady soul. You are my life. You make me whole. I always knew we end up together right from the very start. I believe we'll make it forever. It's written right here in my heart. Oh yeah. You're my lady soul. You want
Hey, Vanakkam. The Tamil Advancement Society and Lakshmi Stars, powered by M2 Events, proudly presents Tamil New Year 2024 at the Amslatazana Civic Hall at 2:30 p.m. sharp. This spectacular event will showcase a host of singers, dancers, and musicians. Don't forget, patrons can enjoy live broadcasts and interviews by SA's #1 South Indian radio station, Southside FM 107.2 from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. This ad was proudly sponsored by AGW. So, for a Barrow-level Tamil concert, don't miss it. You miss out. Hey.
All right, so we will be there at that Tamil New Year celebration at Amslatazana Civic Center with Ashley Kiston and the rest of the Kutam there. And also we will be at the Tamil Federation of KwaZulu-Natal in partnership with the Sri Veeraboga Emperumal Temple at their Tamil New Year celebration. And that's at 10 a.m. on Sunday, the 14th of April at the Sri Veeraboga Cultural Center, 7 Maraj Street, Gandhi's Hill, Tonga. Free admission. We've got a whole host of entertainment there. Premanada Nelson Munyan from the Saraswati Padasale. I just saw him on Sunday. Kumari Verona Naidu, BT Munsami and his brother, Kumari Shiksha, Singh Sindhi Muruvan School of Dance, and PNY Singaram Kala Kendra. That's Yogambal.
You didn't know that until I told you like 5 seconds ago.
I just know Yogambal's dance school. Yogambal at Troop.
Now you know. Now you know the full name of the
Yogambal at Troop. Like if someone didn't know that Nelson is from the Saraswati Padasale, they'll say Nelson and Company.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, where in the world is Max? All right, so he is at a place in the United States that's called the City of Angels.
Okay.
They're famous for movies and entertainment. Yeah, they've got a bit of a sign on a hill that says Hollywood, and they also have a Walk of Fame. Do you know where in the world is Max?
Oh, he's there in that place.
So where in the world is Max? 074345447. He is in the USA and he's in the City of Angels. This place is known or famous for TV and movies.
Yeah.
There's a sign on the hill there that reads Hollywood, and they've got a bit of a Walk of Fame. So if you are famous enough and you pay $100,000 or so, they'll put your name on the floor on a star.
Imagine
And they'll
you
have
pay $100,000
for other people to tramp it.
Yeah, for other people to walk on your name.
I will never.
And make it.
Would you?
No.
Would you?
No.
To have people walk up and down your name,
No.
and then even bubblegum falls there.
Ew, and then it gets stuck.
Yeah.
And then ew, no.
Where in the world is Max? 074345447. 447. Okay, right.
రాగమంజరి మాయమ్మ పేరు తలవనోళ్ళు లేరు మేస్తిరి కళాకారుల ఫ్యామిలీ మరి నే గజ్జ కడితే నిద్రపోదు విండు రాత్రి
సోగులాడి స్వప్న సుందరి నీ మనక సూపు మా పటేల మల్లె పందిరి రచ్చరాజ కుందె ఊపిరి నీ వంక చూస్తే గుంటెలోన నీరి తిరిగిరి తుమ్మిగా నడుములోన తూట పెట్టి తుపాకి పెంచినామె తింగని చిట్టి మగజాతి నట్ట మడత పెట్టి
ఆ కుర్చీని మార్చబెట్టి మార్చబెట్టి
దానికేమో మేకలిస్తివి మరి నాకేమో సన్న బియ్యం నువ్వు కలిస్తివి మేకలేమో మందలుగా పెరిగిపాయ నాకిచ్చిన నూకలేమో ఒక్క కొట కరిగిపాయ ఆడపచ్చగాళ్ళ దూకాలిస్తివి మరి నాకేమో చుక్కగళ్ళ కోపలిస్తివి నాని చెవిలో తూకాలేమో తగా మెరిసిపాయ నాకు పెట్టిన కోకలేమో పీలికలై సిరిగిపాయ ఏం రసిక రాజువో మరి నా దాసు బాబా నీతో ఎప్పుడింత కిరికిరి ఏం రసిక రాజువో మరి నా దాసు బాబా నీతో ఎప్పుడింత కిరికిరి
ఆ కుర్చీని మార్చబెట్టి
సోగులాడి స్వప్న
17 minutes after 7 o'clock. Good morning to you, Salosh from Southgate, Phoenix. And that's such a lovely message.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Kale Vanakkam, my awesome breakfast team. Well done, Mishanthan. You are a very good news reader. Thank you.
Goodness. Oh, that can't. Yeah, anyway, carry on.
Mishanthan and Tashia, you guys rock the Big Breakfast Show. You are number one. Never forget that. Love you both. Have a blessed day, Saloshni and South.
Oh, I love you too.
Where in the world is Max? Max is in
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Sugendra gave us the right answer. Malini Pillai. Sayuri Naidu, Mishan Naidu gave us the right answer. Dhanasegri Naidu, Salvi Naidu. Only Naidus are coming.
That's the I mean, they representing.
Gino Mudley Logi gave us the right answer. Dina out in Malvern, Unburn, Governor Devi from Peter Maritzburg says Los Angeles. Denise Alma Pillai. Dolly from Australia. What time is it then? It's like afternoon. So it's like very weird for her to hear say morning.
Good morning, yeah.
Sundi gave us the right answer. Veni Pillai and Sugendri says there's an idea for people that annoy you. Place a star with their name at the entrance to your home. No.
I don't think so.
No.
There are other ways too.
I like the people that got the welcome mat.
Welcome home.
Yeah, I like those people that got the welcome mat. And I remember, in preschool, W is for welcome. We welcome you to our concert. E is for entertainment. We are here to entertain you.
Why is that so accurate? Like, why?
L is for love. We look forward to receiving your love. C is for clap. You must clap for us. Every child participated in one of those. You had to have a turn.
I did.
You have to have a turn.
I did.
Especially you got alphabet soup for me.
Yes, I do.
What is the alphabet?
The alphabet is the letter O.
The game begins in 3, 2, 1.
A fruit.
Orange.
A movie.
Octopussy.
An 8-sided shape.
Octagon.
Simile for paddle.
Oscillate. Oscil.
No.
Or.
Spell onomatopoeia.
Go away.
I can spell it.
Go away.
There's no way.
No,
Sound it out and spell it.
No. I got autocorrect for a reason. Nope.
Sound it out and spell it.
I got some time. Wait.
I can even spell it. Dude.
ONOMATOPOEIA.
Even I can spell it.
Because you said the question. You have to know how to spell it. You're looking at it.
I'm not looking at it.
You're looking at it.
I knew how to. There was a hack.
Listen, is spelling such a crucial thing these days? Let's be honest.
No, not really. Not anymore.
Let's be honest.
Not anymore.
We've got autocorrect. I go to Google to make sure I spelled the word correctly before I send it to someone or before I post it. So why do we need to know how to spell a word?
I don't know. To improve your general knowledge. I don't know.
Everything is digital now.
That is true. Everything is digital.
Everything is at the tip of your fingertips. It's like a touch of a button. You can get something.
Yeah, even with speaking to your cell phone.
Yeah, I do love the internet and social media in particular, and it goes without saying that it's a brilliant resource and vital for those wishing to successfully navigate day-to-day activities. From accessing information to news or applying for jobs and everything in between, the internet has it all. When it comes to job applications, most, if not all, companies require you to either email your CV or apply via a website. Now, it's something that a lot of us take for granted.
Mm-hmm.
You know, using a smartphone or using your laptop or your PC or whatever the case is, and hooking up to an internet connection or Wi-Fi or whatever, and going and sending your CV or emailing your CV or applying via a website or whatever the case is. But what happens in a situation where people can't afford all that? How do they apply for jobs?
They physically, I think, would go
There's
to the
no
company.
there's no option for that anymore.
Yeah.
Now, what happens in a situation where people have been unemployed for, I don't know, maybe years upon years, and had to go and sell their phone and sell their laptop and can't afford internet, can't even afford a 30 meg bundle, and sometimes to even apply for a job you need more than 30 meg.
Yeah, you do.
Because as soon as you put that 30 megs in, your WhatsApp updates,
all of that comes
everything
through, and then it's
through.
over.
Yeah, and it's finished after that. So how do they submit their application? So my question today is, do you think that the access to the internet should be given basic human rights status?
I think so.
A smartphone or a smart device or whatever the case is, and access to the internet, should it now be given basic human rights status? How about this? Instead of the government giving the SRD grants to people, give them a data bundle and say apply for jobs.
You could, but then you also have to put something in place where you have to teach them how to use it. Because, you know, some people in the rural
let me
areas...
tell you, once you get an Android in your hand,
But I mean, some people in the rural areas who have absolutely no idea or have never
you would
seen...
think.
You think so?
You would think, Tashley. No, you would think. I have worked in the rurals. It's not rural. It's so far from rural.
Really?
I've worked in like some of the most far out places in this country. I've worked in like Bochum and Lichtenberg and Mohwasi and Kuraman and Peter Tief, and I've worked all over. Those people are sharp. Let me tell you, they are.
So I think they should. I think
don't
everyone...
underestimate farmers. Don't underestimate the farmers.
I think everyone should have access to the internet. I mean, internet and Google and all these kind of things have their pros and cons where people use it for the wrong reasons. But if you're using it for the right reasons where it's going to benefit you and your family, then by all means.
Everything is online. Everything is virtual.
Everything.
Even interviews now
happen via Zoom or
Teams or whatever the case is. So, with that being said, to give everyone an equal and fair opportunity to have access to a particular vacancy position or whatever the case is, the question we have 0743454447. Do you think the access to internet should be given basic human right status?
What would you do? What would you think?
I would say yes.
I think so too.
Look, the 350 rands and it's been increased, I think, by 20 or 30 rands or whatever.
Mm.
What can you buy with that?
And what are you going
What are you going to get with that? I mean, okay, fair enough. You can get maize, like 10 kilos of it, and you can get something else or whatever. But I would say that maybe use a portion of that to provide internet for the people. I don't understand the internet price in this country, to be quite honest.
It is ridiculous.
In India, when I went in 2018, I paid the equivalent of 200 rands.
Mm-hmm.
I was there for 21 days. I paid 200, the equivalent 200 rands once off. I got 2 gigs a day and unlimited calls.
Wow, really?
Well, it was for a month, but I was only there for 21 days. So 2 gigs every day and unlimited calls.
Which is more than enough.
But I can't phone anybody there because, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I was using the internet.
Yeah.
I was using.
You could do WhatsApp calls with that.
Yeah, so it was like, although the Gopi gave us the SIM cards, and we just went and loaded it, $200, and that was it.
Yeah. No, man.
Yeah.
Even cell phone contracts
are
on
so
its own,
expensive.
It is ridiculously priced.
And let me tell you, the internet day is so fast.
Yeah.
It's so fast. Like, you don't have to wait, you know. Kishan says free internet is 10 amount to having an open source library. If you have a library, people go to it for free. The internet is a library for most parts, so having free internet should be a basic human right.
Okay.
I agree.
I agree with that.
I agree. If the libraries are free, you don't have to pay to visit the library, then why do we have to pay for the internet?
I agree. Even some people, like when you go out in public, like to restaurants and stuff, they have free Wi-Fi, but the struggle of getting that Wi-Fi password.
Do you think places like LinkedIn, for example, should be made free to use apps?
I think so.
Because that's like
where everything is.
That's like the Facebook for working people.
Exactly. That's where you can find whatever job it is you're looking for with the qualifications that you have and is appropriate for you. So I think it should be.
Like, I know Vodacom had Facebook for free for a while.
Mm.
Like, if you didn't have data, they'll give you 30 megs to browse. You can't see the pictures, but you can
browse.
You can read the captions. You can't watch the
Yeah.
videos, but you can read the captions.
Mm.
Why for Facebook only? What about LinkedIn? I feel that's more important. And do you know, I still, LinkedIn is a scam. I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
You have to pay. I'll tell you now what's the price. Let me log in there quickly. My LinkedIn, I use the free version.
Same. I'm also on the free version.
But to reactivate premium, right? I'd like to use it for my personal goals. Next. Next. So the cost here, career, choose a plan. The cost is 2,699 rands per year.
Per year?
To activate premium.
That's a bit ridiculous.
Exactly. But it gives you access to everything.
But I mean, the normal version's still okay.
NHPMG is present. We would like to wish our brother Harris Naidu of Mia Bank a very happy birthday for today and hope you have a wonderful day filled with lots of love and happiness. 100%. Look at the price of data bundles. I mean, just the other day, someone wanted to apply for a job and didn't have enough data to submit the application, so I had to help out. That's from Michelle Naidu. Well, you're a good Samaritan. Mustn't do and talk, but...
Yeah, you mustn't do.
Hi, good morning, Nishant. And I do agree that most people need internet access due to many cases like looking for a job, especially those that's unemployed and collecting the 350 grant. The point I'm trying to say is that yes, they need that, and as much as they need that, they also need food. What do they do in the meantime while they use that? Imagine the government is giving them maybe Android phones or access to internet in replace of the 350. Think about the people that don't even have the 350, people that don't even have food to eat. What do? As much as they need to communicate and to find themselves a job, but in the meantime, how do they get food? How do they live? It's not easy. easy way. I know that feeling. When you're unemployed, there is nobody that's going to come and even give you a 10 rand or 20 rand to buy a loaf of bread. But to some people might think, what do you do with the 350? But believe you me, there's a lot of things that you can do with the 350, especially for those that don't even have that 350.
Denise says, guys, what is cheap in this country? Nothing in South Africa is for free. I'm sure if the internet was free today, government would find some way to rip it out of us. That's how this country rolls. And yes, LinkedIn should be free. They keep asking you to try premium for free, but want your bank details. I know.
Scam.
That's what I'm saying. You know what's another scam, Tashria?
Mm-hmm.
Spending 2 hours preparing a meal to eat for 10 minutes.
When have you ever been in a situation like that?
All the time.
Why?
You spend 2 hours preparing a meal and cooking just to spend 10 minutes eating.
That's true, though.
That's the biggest scam in the entire world.
But I mean, at least you feel satisfied after you eat it, so...
Well, coming back to the 350 Rand grant thing,
Mm.
do you think that creates or causes people to become lazy because they know the government is going to give them money at the end of the month? And there's no need for me to go because 350 Rand is sufficient?
I don't think 350 Rand is sufficient for anybody.
There are, like this lady said, it's sufficient for people to do whatever they need to do. So if the government is affording you 350 Rand just for sitting at home, why do I need 370 Rand now? Why does it need to go and work?
Like a month?
Yeah.
Oof. I think
they're buying bare essentials, mind.
Yeah, I think if it is supporting your lifestyle and you don't need to physically go to work, then I don't see why it's a problem to sit at home. But if it obviously is not supporting your lifestyle, you need to work to get more money. If you have a bigger family or whatever that is, then obviously you would need to go to work. And
what about what Julius Malema said a few months ago? If the government can't provide jobs for you, they must give you money for your qualification. X amount for a bachelor's degree, X amount for a post-grad, honors, masters, whatever, and it just increases. Because they can't find a job for you, they need to pay you for having your degree. Do you think that should be something to be looked at and considered?
Once you have your degree, like getting a job.
If you can't find a job and there's no jobs available, the government must pay you for having said qualification.
I actually don't know how I feel about that, to be honest with you. You spend, for example, engineers or doctors spend 6-7 years studying to become a qualified doctor, and you can't get a place in a hospital or whatever the case is. And then to go overseas and become a doctor, you have to write board exams, and then you have to do other practices there for another 2 or 3 years. And then you end up spending 14 years of your life studying. And even if you can't go overseas and you don't have the means to go overseas and you sit here, what do you do with yourself? How is it that you're going to get a job anyway? So maybe that could be something.
What, the government to pay you for having a degree and sitting at home because you can't find a job?
And also, I think, but also in the same breath, if the government gives you money to sit at home, it will make you automatically lazy.
Exactly.
So you won't, and you have qualified, you have a degree, but if you're getting money and you're young,
as it is, the 370 Rand is causing such a problem.
Exactly.
Julius Malema was talking in the thousands.
No, it doesn't make sense.
I know it was 2,000 for a degree. I think it was 5,000 or so for a postgrad per month, per person.
No. Where
are we going to find the money from?
They would make a plan and get the money for that, but at the same time, you're young when you just get your degree. You're still in your late, probably 20. You're still in your 20s.
Yeah.
You're not gonna want to. If you don't have to work, why would you go to work? You know what I'm saying? If you're getting money for free for doing nothing, what's the point?
We'd love to know your thoughts. You can add to this conversation 0743454447. Good morning.
The Big Breakfast Show. The Big Breakfast Show. Monday, one man, I'm freezing. Adada, got the lindrum amazing.
Excuse me, let me tell you something. Ni sirita iPhone tring tring. Vesum ambu en mel paaya. Kaadal vandu ennai yaala. Varuvayo enega paatra. Vandal madi saiben vaala.
ஹஸ்லி ஃபிஸ்லி ரசமணி உன் சிரிப்பிலும் சிரிப்பிலும் கதகளி என் இளமையும் இளமையும் பனித்துளி குதுகலி எனக்கு உனக்கும் இடைவெளி நீ இரவிலும் இரவிலும் இமை பசி என் பகலிலும் பகலிலும் நடுநிசி புதுரசி அஞ்சனா அஞ்சனா கொஞ்சினா தேன்பானா என்கனா என்கனா என்றுமே நீதானா ஹஸ்லி ஃபிஸ்லி ரசமணி உன் சிரிப்பிலும் சிரிப்பிலும் கதகளி என் இளமையும் இளமையும் பனித்துளி குதுகலி எனக்கு உனக்கும் இடைவெளி நீ இரவிலும் இரவிலும் இமை பசி என் பகலிலும் பகலிலும் நடுநிசி புதுரசி
Get on me, gonna, honey, get on me, gonna, honey. I wanna bitch you, make her wanna take her. Hit me, buddy. You wanna take me, ready, gonna shake her. You're the mesmerizer, one, he kinda got me right up. I'm cruising in the coast of Puerto Rico. Better be riding in the sand of Jamaica. Let my life better be the first to take it. Till I let you have this different Get on me, gonna, honey, get on me, gonna, honey.
உரசாமல் அலசாமல் உயிரோடு ஊறுது ஆசை அதுங்காமல் இதுங்காமல் இருந்தால் தான் ஓய்ந்திடும் ஓசை இருவிழியே ஏவு கடை உனக்கெதுதான் ஈடு இடை உன்னிடையோ ஊசி முனை உடைந்திடுமோ சேரு எனை
ஏன் என்னை தீண்டினாய் வெப்பமா நான் உனக்கு பூக்களின் ஒப்பமா விரலில் உள்ளதே நுட்பமா நீ கொஞ்சம் தின்றாய் கொஞ்சம் கொன்றாய்
ஹஸ்லி ஃபிஸ்லி ரசமணி உன் சிரிப்பிலும் சிரிப்பிலும் கதகளி என் இளமையும் இளமையும் பனித்துளி குதுகலி எனக்கு உனக்கும் இடைவெளி நீ இரவிலும் இரவிலும் இமை பசி என் பகலிலும் பகலிலும் நடுநிசி புதுரசி
அன்பே உன்னால் மனம் freezing அடடா காதல் என்றும் amazing excuse me let me tell you something நீ சிரித்தால் iPhone tring tring பேசும் அம்பு என்னில் பாய காதல் வந்து என்னை ஆள வருவாயோ என்னை காப்பாற்ற வந்தால் மடி சாய்வேன் வாழ 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 நான் வாழ வாழ
உயிரோடு உயிரோடு என்னை கொல்ல நெருங்குகிறாயே விரலோடு விரல் சேர்த்து இதழுக்குள் நெருங்குகிறாயே யாரிதழில் யாரிதழோ வேர்த்துவிடும் வெண்குழலோ
22 minutes now to 8 o'clock. Good morning to you. Hey, you know what I love about this show in particular?
Yeah.
Is that we've got such opinionated people.
And they feel so strongly about their opinion.
I love
it's
it.
Amazing.
I love it. I love
it.
the contrasting views.
Yeah.
And I like when people join the conversation and make my life easy so I don't have to talk all the time.
And send voice notes, guys.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Wait, hold on.
Vanakkam and Namaskaram, guys. Yes, Mishan, you are 100% correct. I mean, if you think about it, when we were in school, we had to learn those 50 words. We had to go for spelling tests. Then we had to practice those words and put them in a sentence. Things have changed nowadays.
They still do that.
Even if you look at our assignments and assessments, we went to the library, we researched it using books, and then we generated our reports. And they had to be perfect for us to even get close to an A or even a B. Nowadays, kids are using an app and they're getting the same kind of results, but they don't even have to do the work. So now the buzzwords are Work smart, not hard. And that's how technology is nowadays. And that's how the world is nowadays. I mean, if you look at it, we had to work and we were told to work and taught to work an 8 to 5 job to try and get a salary. Kids nowadays are using every avenue possible, influencers and YouTubers, to not have to work those times and still get paid not only what we are earning,
Side
but
hustle.
way more than what we are earning.
Side hustle.
So the world is changing now, and I agree with you. Wi-Fi and fiber should become a basic need nowadays because it's what everyone uses. I mean, we even don't even have telecom lines anymore. Now we have fiber and we have WhatsApp calls and video calls. So yeah, I agree with you. Have an absolutely lovely Wednesday, everyone. Vanakkam.
Guys, with regards to this topic of government giving us money, if the government gives us money, then what do we have to work for? What do the people have to look for a job if they have money? Because people are looking for money to support themselves and their family. So if the government is giving us money, then we don't have to look for a job. That is why the people don't want to work now, because they pressurizing the government to give them money. And where does this money come from? From the people that are working. So it's just a cycle that people are being played. So we just they're just paying the people and we just working. So it's just a cycle of robbery, corruption, all in one, I think. Logan from Chatsworth.
Hi, good morning, Nishantan. I do understand people that's qualified and do not find a suitable job to their qualification, including doctors, people that studied so long. But it's not fair to do so, because what happens is that if they are qualified and you're going to pay them for the qualification and not having a job, they wouldn't want to have a job. Because reason being is that they are earning a sufficient amount of money and they don't need to work. It's different from those that's unemployed. The situation is different in the sense that they are qualified. So it's not like you cannot do any job. Doesn't mean you're qualified to be a doctor, lawyer, or whatever, that you can't do a normal job, a normal day-to-day job that's going to give you, make you earn a normal living for yourself. But most people that's qualified always have this tendency of thinking that, you know what, or this mentality that, oh, I'm qualified, I've got a degree, so I can't do this job. There's no such thing as you can't do any job. There's no job that's too big or small for you. If you, as a person who is unemployed, you must be ready to take on any job. It doesn't mean that I'm qualified, that I need to say, you know what, I have qualifications and I'm supposed to be a doctor, but what, look at me, I'm just working as maybe a clerk or a doctor's assistant. It doesn't matter. The fact that you are working, but most people that's qualified always tend to have this, that, you know what, no, I'm overqualified, or I'm qualified to be this and I can't. I've seen many people struggle. Many people that didn't even have money to become doctors, and they do due to their hard work and some people assisting them. But the fact that they can do it. So those that's qualified, I think they should get off their ass and go out there and say, you know what, I will do anything in the time. Don't waste that time and say, you know what, I need to find a job. It doesn't work that way. Sorry.
Good morning. Awesome breakfast team. I pray everyone is safe after that storm and that hail. Oh, it was very bad here in Queensborough last night. Hey, yay. Well, talking for topic, yeah. You know, if you teach a man how to fish, he will catch many fish for the day. But if you continuously giving him the fish, he's not going to know how to hold a rod. So, likewise, if you're getting the $350 a month, though people really need it sometimes in life, he's going to continue waiting for the $350. And the $350 don't come, then he will start toing and say, you know what, I don't get the $350. No, you got to get something else. Work. Find some type of job. Though it's hard, but don't sit and wait, laxy daisy, waiting for the $350. That's what most people do, hey? Yeah, it's sad though, but that's reality check for you. Yeah.
You know, I know a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll give you a classic example, right? a neighbor of mine. I know this guy for a very, 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 very long time. We were in the same school and everything.
Yep.
Same grade even.
Mhm.
And well, in school he was absolutely brilliant.
Right.
Right? Straight A student.
Mhm.
Studied chemical engineering
Okay.
at UKZN. So it's BSc Chem Eng.
Yep.
And he can't find a job.
It's crazy.
He cannot. He's got post grad qualification in BSc Chem Eng, and he can't find a job. And now he's sitting at home, depressed, smoking ganja.
No, you lie.
I promise you.
Really?
Yeah, he's sitting at home. I saw him recently at the shopping center, and he says, "You know what? I'm in depression, and if I don't smoke the ganja, I don't know what I'll do."
Imagine from where to where. You know?
Exactly. So this country has a tendency to break people.
It really does. I mean, imagine he spent these years studying and
He invested a lot of his time and his life.
I mean,
and energy into qualifying.
Chemical engineering is not easy.
Oh no,
it's not easy.
No,
at all.
not at all. Especially where he did it.
Yeah.
And why don't you start like consulting for that market is already flooded because those people also can't find a job.
They also can't. Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know how to tell him. You know what? Just take anything that comes. Like I don't know. Go and see if McDonald's is hiring. How do you tell someone
How
like
do you
that? How do you tell someone who studied like I don't know 5-7 years?
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe try at McDonald's.
And not just anything. You study chemical engineering, and then to
Exactly.
tell them to go and do something like this.
Good morning, breakfast team. I'm with Patsy about teaching a man how to fish. There's an example of something that happened a few weeks ago. I had one of my interns that I provided an opportunity with she's an LLB graduate and has been unable to find work for many years now. And the offer was to do some diary management for a client of mine. And when she didn't do it correctly, and I approached her about it, the conversation went really skew, and she lashed out at me and said, "I'm not a personal assistant, I have a degree, I'm a lawyer," etc., etc. So it also brings back to the point that the earlier listener made, where people have an attitude about their degrees and their qualifications. This is something that has not been happening like recently. It's been happening since the 1990s. I remember when I was still in school, newspaper articles of graduates that were either medical graduates or legal graduates working at butcheries, making it happen for themselves while the opportunity came. And I think when these politicians offer money to people that are sitting at home, you're just creating a lazy nation. So, yeah, it's Pam Padiachi.
Hi, good morning. My nephew did a degree in law, but guess what he's doing? He never do no job as a lawyer in South Africa. He's now in China for 7 years. He's making more money teaching English to primary school children in China. And he's not coming back to South Africa. He did nothing in law, although he has a law degree. He only got that as a backup. And he's also already purchased 2 properties in Joburg as an investment when he does return later on to South Africa if he wants to. Why would he want to? He's making more money overseas teaching English. And every school holiday he goes visits another country. So he's enjoying life. He's only 34 years old.
It's so simple to go teach English in China.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even need to be qualified in teaching.
That's
You
true.
don't need a B.Ed.
You don't even need, yeah.
You don't need the B.Ed. All you need is any degree.
And you can go.
Anything. Bachelor of Arts. anything. And you can go to China and teach them how. However, I just want to appeal to people. Don't let a breakup be the reason you go to China and teach people English.
I know people.
I know people too. I know people too.
That went and did this. I came back.
Oh, but let me tell you something. They are getting paid.
They get
in the yen.
Exactly,
And again,
and sometimes they get paid. I mean, their accommodation is free.
yeah, the
Everything
government
is
gives
free.
them housing and everything, and
They just have to sort food out.
Yeah, what they do with their money is their problem.
You know.
Jason says, hi, breakfast team, already with 370 Rand grant that is creating laziness, a way, in fact, the government should use that money to teach some kind of skill development program, like in the clothing, agriculture, or manufacturing sector. So we don't need to import goods from other countries. That's from Jason. And he went on to say the government should do away with triple BEE. And should people get a job on the qualification and not the color of the skin? I know that in an ideal society and an ideal environment, the best person for that position should be awarded that position.
Yeah.
But you must remember that we are in this country, we're not an ideal situation, because although we are 30 years into democracy, they're still trying to right the wrongs that were done to the people of this land.
Yeah, now it's based on your color and not on your qualification.
No, but there's a reason, like I'm saying, apartheid did play a big part and did play a big role in a lot of things that's happening in this country. But we can't just use that as an excuse all the time.
That's
you
true.
know?
Yeah.
People need to start taking responsibility for their actions. It starts off not from high school, not from university, not even when you qualify. It starts at foundation phase. If you create that mentality of work ethic,
yep,
and work for what you want, and work for the position you want, and dress for the job that you want. That's where it starts, foundation phase, that 4, 5, 6 years old. That's where work ethic should be implemented and instilled in individuals, not once they qualify.
No, I agree. 100%.
Not in a work environment. No one can teach you how to work. They can show you how to do the job.
But not how to
But
have
they
good
can't
work
teach
ethic.
you to be diligent. They
No.
can't teach you to be pedantic. They can't teach you to be meticulous. They can't teach you to be a perfectionist.
I
That
agree.
is something that has to be done in the foundation phase. If you're going to leave kids to be lazy, then you're going to have lazy adults.
That's
which is what we can see at the moment, unfortunately.
Good morning, breakfast team. I'm going to weigh in on the side of the unemployed at the moment that struggle to find a job. And while I see both sides, it's a bit difficult. I have qualifications, but I have taken anything that came my way. In some cases, like in the past job that I've just had, to my detriment. And I think it's difficult when you say people should just take any job. What happened is I even applied for cashier's positions with a degree and postgrad certifications, and they tell me I'm overqualified for the position and won't give me the job. Then when you finally get something, they force you to settle for the lowest possible salary that they will give you, and then still deduct money from there for tax, etc., when you're so far under the tax threshold that it's not even possible to be taxed. And people are desperate. So while I agree with the attitude thing, not everybody that has a qualification has that attitude. And not everybody that has that qualification demands their worth. I know a lot of people who studied amazing things and went so far out of left field because they couldn't get work. And it's not easy. And I understand the guy who smokes. It's not easy to study chem eng, especially there, and to get through and then to find out, you know what, there's no opportunity for you. It is extremely difficult, but they will break you. It's how you pick yourself up. And they say, don't give up. You can break down, you can scream, you can cry, you can shout, but just get up and keep going. And I think that's a message that I think a lot of unemployed people need to hear today.
Yeah, the government gives them housing. And
my advice is, if you're a teacher or a nurse, Don't waste your time in South Africa. Go overseas. You'll have a better lifestyle and earn more money.
We have lots of ideal situations.
And another thing that irritates me, you know you're unemployed. Don't go make babies and then go beg on the street for milk, begging people to give you money to buy milk. You sure not about that?
Okay, Bruce Lee of the people.
No, it had to be said.
But that is true.
It had to be said.
I agree. But I didn't expect it. Like,
I don't know why we're laughing, because that is a reality.
it is. It is.
We'll come back to that point just now. I'm enjoying this conversation.
I am.
I'm loving it. Sagan Archery says, good morning. I think people should take pride in contributing to our society and economy and not drain it out. Also, sometimes adversity creates new opportunities. Not everyone that is successful is doing what they dreamt of doing. Sagan Archery. This one is from, let me have a look-see here. Krishni, who says, I have 2 white girls working with me for under 10,000 rands a month. One with a legal degree and one with a master's in food science. Both studied at Stelli's. It is tough for kids today. No one understands the struggles.
The struggle is real.
And I think this is where we need to tie in this point. Life in general.
Yeah.
Life in general, or even in specific and in particular, it's difficult. It's challenging. It's violent.
It's just stressful.
It's violent. It's not for the faint-hearted.
It's not.
But the thing that will separate you from the rest of the people is if you fall down 3 times, you must be able to wake up on the 4th time.
I agree. No matter how many times you fail, wake up. Wake up.
I know it's very difficult. And everybody is dealing with some sort of issue. Everyone is dealing with some sort of problem. And most of the time, we fight battles that nobody knows anything about.
Yep.
You know, we fight those battles in silence, and everyone is dealing with something. And we always say this, I haven't said it in a very long time. Be kind to one another, because you don't know what people are going through.
You really don't.
There's a proverbial saying, Tashriya. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Meaning that as a person gets some sort of power and control, their moral sense decreases.
Yep. 100%.
However, the way that this situation, the way the landscape of this country is at the moment, I want to alter that thing. And I want to say, absolute power without consequence corrupts absolutely.
I agree.
Absolute
you couldn't
power.
have said it better.
Absolute power without consequence corrupts absolutely.
I agree.
Morning breakfast team. Lovely topic. I think our government should do away with this BE thing. I know many people that are qualified, very well qualified, post-grad, and still are doing menial jobs in companies because of the BE stance that companies have. And I think it's very, very unfair on our children. Also, manufacturing concerns are closing down for the simple reason that we are going so big on our importing of stuff, whether it's your electricals, your plastics, your toys, your consumables, whatever. Very soon, the only qualification you're going to need in South Africa is to be a salesperson in a shop or in a store. I think if our country curbs the importation of stuff, our manufacturing concerns will reopen and creating jobs, thereby creating jobs for our children. And as to the person who says just go overseas, it's not that easy. You need a hell of a lot of money to start your process to go overseas in the first place. So if people don't have jobs, or if they have very menial jobs earning very, just below the breadline, how are they going to save to go overseas? That's
100%. You're right, Nishantan. Power and money corrupts, and you'll come down soon enough in your time, like how Diddy did it, if you'll know what I mean.
The Big Breakfast Show. The Big Breakfast Show.
தொந்தாங்க தரலாங்க சாங்க உள்ளார வந்தானா பொல்லாத வேங்க தொந்தாங்க தரலாங்க சாங்க உள்ளார வந்தானா பொல்லாத வேங்க திம்ராம வாங்க பல்பாயிடுவீங்க முறப்போட நிப்பானா முட்டாம போங்க எத்தான் நந்து வரான் கேட்ட எல்லாம் கண்டு வரான் வெடிய ஒண்ணு போட்டுலால ஸ்ரீவ சுருட்டி வரான் காலரத்தான் பெரட்டி வரான் முடிய சில்பி விட்டா ஏறும் உள்ளார மரணம் அசு மரணம் டப்பு தரணும் அதுக்கு அப்பதான் பிறந்து வரணும் அசு மரணம் டப்பு தரணும் ஸ்டெப் முறையா விடணும் தட்டாட்டம் தாங்க தரலாங்க சாங்க உள்ளார வந்தானா பொல்லாத வேங்க திமிராம வாங்க பல்பாயிடுவீங்க பொறுப்போட நிப்பானா முட்டாம போங்க
எவன்டா மேல எவன்டா கீழே எல்லா உயிரையும் கொண்டா வைப்பாரு முடிஞ்ச வரைக்கும் அன்ப சேரு தலையில் எத்தி வச்சு கொண்டாடும் ஊரு நியாயம் இருந்து எதிர்த்து வரிய அவன மதிப்ப அது ஏன் பழக்கம் காலை இழுத்து உயர நினைச்சா கேட்ட பயசாரிடியா இடிக்கும்
எல்லாம் நந்து வரான் கேட்ட எல்லாம் கண்டு வரான் நான் வெடிய ஒண்ணு போடுதில்லால ஸ்ரீவ சுருட்டி வரான் காலரத்தான் பெரட்டி வரான் முடிய சிலுப்பி விட்டா ஏறும் உள்ளார மரணம் மாசு மரணம் டப்பு தரணும் அதுக்கு அவன் தான் பிறந்து வரணும் மாசு மரணம் டப்பு தரணும் ஸ்டெப் முறையா விடணும் கட்டாட்டம் தாங்க தரலாங்க சாங்க உள்ளர வந்தானா பொல்லாத வேங்க திமிராம வாங்க பல்பாயிடுவீங்க முறை போட்ட நிப்பானா முட்டாம போங்க மரணம் மாசு மரணம் டப்பு தரணும் அதுக்கு அவன் தான் பிறந்து வரணும் மாசு மரணம் டப்பு தரணும் ஸ்டெப் முறையா வந்து விடணும்.
You're listening to the Big Breakfast Show.
Hi.
We put the good in good morning.
Good morning.
டெர 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 பைட்டா காதல் இருக்கு நீயோ பிட்டு பிட்டா பைட்டு பண்ணா ஏறும் இருக்கு டெர 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 பைட்டா காதல் இருக்கு நீயோ பிட்டு பிட்டா பைட்டு பண்ணா ஏறும் இருக்கு இன்ஸ்டாகிராமத்துல பாடி வாழலாம் நாம வாழும் நிமிஷத்தெல்லாம் சுட்டு தள்ளலாம் நானும் நீ சேரும்போது தாறு மாறுதான் ஃபேஸ்புக்கில் பிச்சை கீழும் லைக் ஷேர் தான் Let's take a selfie pulla, give me a selfie pulla, give me a Let's take a selfie pulla, give me a selfie pulla, give me a Let's take a selfie pulla. Selfie pulla. Selfie pulla. Selfie pulla.
பண்ணாமல ஃபில்டர் ஒண்ணும் போடாமல உன் முகத்தை பார்க்கும்போது நெஞ்சம் அழுது ஐசும் இல்ல அல்வாவும் இல்ல உன் பேர் சொன்னா நாக்கெல்லாம் தித்துக்குது
தண்ணிக்குள்ள நான் முங்கும் போதும் உன்னை நினைச்சாலே எங்கெங்கோ பத்திக்குது
கடலுக்கு பசி எடுத்து உயிர் கொடுக்க நக வச்சு உன்ன கொஞ்சம் அது கடிக்க மொத்தத்துக்கு பசி எடுத்து ஆட்டம் பிடிக்க முத்த ஒண்ணு தாய நானும் பாடம் பிடிக்க Let's take a selfie குள்ள திவ்யா selfie குள்ள திவ்யா Let's take a selfie குள்ள திவ்யா selfie குள்ள திவ்யா
காலையில கதை சொல்லி மதியான தாலி கட்டி சாயங்காலத்தே நிலவு புனவரியா
வேகத்துல சாக்லேட்னா வேகத்துல ராக்கெட்னா நிலவுல டெண்டடிப்போம் Are you ready?
அட ராக்கெட் ஒன்னா நீயோ ரெண்டு பண்ணா அந்த ஜூபிட்டர் மூணு மொத்தம் ஒரு வாட்டி மூணு
அந்த நிலவுங்க எல்லாம் இங்க தேவையில்லை கண்டேண்டும் போதாத மாடி புள்ள பைட்டா காதல் இருக்கு நீயோ விட்டு விட்டா பைட்டு பணா ஏறும் இருக்கு பைட்டா காதல் இருக்கு நீயோ
7 minutes after 8 o'clock. You know what? I enjoyed that.
I still did.
I really enjoyed it, and I appreciated all the responses.
Yeah,
it was.
definitely.
This is what I was trying to accomplish on this show for a very long time, and I feel like I need to give myself an award.
Hey,
because I finally did what I want. As much as I like the music, I like the discussions more than anything else.
I love when they interact with us.
But this is because when I was in Gauteng, when we used to travel to these rural sites, it used to be like 3-4 hour drives.
Yeah.
And we used to leave the office in Centurion at like 5:30 in the morning. And my manager, my boss, director, whatever you want to call him, he used to like listening to talk radio.
Okay.
And in the morning at that time was John Robbie.
Okay.
And I was like, this guy is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
So I was under the impression that John Robbie knows everything about everything. Right? You ask him about, like, the people used to send from one topic to the next topic, just voice notes.
Yeah.
They're like, this is an issue that we are experiencing. How do you deal with it? This is what I don't like about government. How do you? And he had responses for everything. Little did I know that he had a whole team of journalists feeding him the information.
Yeah.
But it's something that I wanted to do. Talk radio.
That is nice. And this is what we just did.
This past what? 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Was like,
You
I
guys...
did it. I did it. You guys made me so happy this morning.
Aww.
You made me, and I know Manik is probably in the vehicle like, why is he talking so much? But you know what? It's something that I wanted to do, and it's something that I've done.
I agree.
If I die today, even I'll die with a smile on my face. It'll be so weird when they open the lid. I'll be like this.
You're very lucky for the Facebook and YouTube listeners. If you saw that, you saw it. If you didn't, you couldn't. You know what?
Kevin hit us with a sad reality here.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, morning breakfast team, the reality is that there are more job seekers than actual jobs. And that is the
reality.
And this is the problem globally. And he says this is a global challenge. So, sadly, the world is overpopulated. Yes, we know that. And that said, technology is killing the job market to an extent.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, technology doesn't apply for sick leave. And their family members don't die every day. You know, infrastructure and machines and robots will do a human's job without taking a break. After every 5 hours worked, you don't need to go and eat lunch.
And you don't need to pay anybody.
You don't.
as well.
Yeah, there's no overtime here. You
Yep.
just invest a once off to purchase the equipment and the machinery and the robotics, and then you do your maintenance on it, and that's basically it.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about people.
You just need one person or two people to control 10 robots,
and
it does a job of like 100 people,
exactly,
or 200 people even, and it's all about time is money at the end of the day. You know, time is valuable. And with that being said, time is valuable and time is precious, and we all know that time is limited.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what duration they have here.
And how long they have.
The only thing that's guaranteed is one day that time will be over. That's the only guarantee we have, that one day our time will be up.
Yep.
And when that day comes, so too does a very, very important question. How did you use your time?
Were you productive? Or
Were you productive? Or did you give too much of attention to unnecessary, unworthy situations and circumstances? Did you worry about what other people are doing? What other people are doing is not is not your problem. What you're doing is what matters.
That is true. That is very true.
Yvonne from the UK says, good morning, breakfast team. We should bring back the textile and manufacturing industry to this country. This will not only create jobs, but inspire those that are not academically inclined, and will allow them to learn and trade to work with their hands. Stop importing clothes mainly and let it incur a high import duty to stop it. And this will prevent South Africa from encouraging the slave labor countries in countries like China and Cambodia. This is my 5 cents. Have a super Wednesday. Sugandhi sent us a voice note, yeah?
Vanakkam namaskaram, guys. So maybe we should actually look and have a 360-degree turnover on our way we look at things and our concept of things. Because in the Indian community, in my humblest opinion, it was a thing to say that your child is studying to become a doctor or a lawyer or a chemical engineer or a mechanical engineer. It was a thing. You would never or highly ever say that your child is working in a retail store or your child is unemployed. It was difficult. But now maybe we should relook at that, because your children are studying and having all these degrees and not having a job. So what's the point? We should actually tell them that it doesn't matter about the title of the job. It matters at the fact that you have a job that is legal and that earns you an honest paying salary at the end of the month, that you can take home and provide for yourself and your family, which is more important. You can put a plate of food on your table. I mean, my dad was a building contractor, worked really, really hard, 7 days a week to provide for us. And it was not easy and the salaries were not high, but he did. So we should really look at these whole concepts of degrees and titles. And also, I'm not sure if everyone knows this, but you can go into a company and start off really low at the company. And most companies have in-house training programs that can actually help you to grow personally and professionally. So yeah, I think we need to relook at this whole concept of having to study and having a degree and having a professional title compared to having a job, which is more important. Have an absolutely lovely Wednesday, everyone. Vanakkam.
Listen, there's a thing in this Indian community. You must either study medicine, teaching, law, or engineering.
One of the four.
Or BCom.
Or BCom.
Or BCom. One of the 5. And if you don't study that, or don't go into one of those faculties, then you're basically worthless. However, do you know that there are so many other qualifications that can have you earn more than a BCom degree? Safety officer, for example, or she officer, HSC, health, safety and environment, and occupational safety, and all these kind of things. Samtrack and I think there's a course called NEBOSH.
Social media marketing.
Oh, that too
is insane.
However, it's not just social media marketing. You must be able to understand what's the objective.
Yeah.
But there's so many courses, there's so many things that you can go and do or study, even that will guarantee you a job. Even with HSC, you don't necessarily have to work in this country. You can go to Dubai, where there's construction happening all the time.
Yep.
And someone will employ you there.
Yeah.
And you'll earn top dollar.
You will.
Literally
definitely.
top dollar. Also, you must identify gaps in the market where it's available and fulfill or fill those gaps. I remember reading a story a while back where this guy in a rural area saw a gap in the market and saw an opportunity and saw that there was a crisis and a problem, and he found a way to fix that. So he from South Africa is now a multi-millionaire or whatever the case is, or billionaire, because his idea was bought by a corporate conglomerate.
Right.
He came up with a way, or came up with a scenario or a concept where you don't need water to have a shower. He came up with some sort of liquid, like soap type of thing, where you just rub that on you and you're good.
Imagine.
You're good to go. And someone bought that from him and he's made millions from it.
Wow.
So identify the gaps. I mean, you just need to have an open mind.
Yep.
A little bit of creativity. You know, they say God helps those who help themselves.
I've
What
heard
now?
that too many times.
No, there's a reason why they say that, actually. God helps those.
Yeah.
If you refuse to make an effort, if you refuse to get out there and put yourself out there and do things that you won't necessarily do,
yeah,
what divine intervention do you think is going to help you? There's no one coming to save you. You have to save yourself.
That's true.
There's no,
if there's no one else looking out for you, you gotta look out for yourself.
If you're sitting by yourself at home and there's no one to come and give you the TV remote, you have to go get the TV remote.
That's true. If no one else is looking out for you, you gotta look out for yourself.
No one is coming. No one is going to save you.
No one is going to.
Nobody. You have to save
Everyone's-
yourself.
I'm gonna say another quote: "You're born alone, you die alone, guys." You know.
No, what about twins? They're not born alone.
And then you get people like you that come and say things like,
what about people that die as a group? They're not going
"That
alone.
is so sick."
I'm sorry. I'm trying to make the situation easy. Yeah.
Yeah, this conversation got very deep very quickly.
No, but it's things
but
that,
it's
you know
the
what?
reality of the world that we live in.
Sometimes, even when I say things, I shock myself.
So.
I can give advice, but I can't take my own advice. And then when
All of us, though.
I give very good advice.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the best marriage counselor you can find, although I'm not married.
And you're not married. Even for kids and stuff, we can give you so much advice. But we don't even have kids of our
We
own.
don't have.
Yeah.
Like, I was seeing Martin Bester put up a post yesterday. And he said, what parenting trends don't you agree with? And someone commented there, gentle parenting is for gentle children, and my son is not.
Shame, man. How could you? No.
So Gendry says 100% Mishanthan, quality and safety is major. Environmental management, all your ISO accreditation courses, 100%. That is what I have. Samtrack, total quality management, ISO 9001 quality, 17025 laboratory, 15189 medical, 14,000 environment. All these ISO things, man.
That's true.
These ISO things pay.
They do. They pay very well.
I was a quality officer for a very long time in construction. Hey, let me tell you, it pays. Not in Durban, but it pays.
Yeah.
I used to do 6 sites, quality management, and do the QCP and go do the inspections with the engineers and all these kinds of things. If I'm not there on site, they will send the concrete truck back to the batching plant.
Really?
If I'm not there to sign off with the engineer to say that this thing is fit for, you know why the Tongaat Mall caused all that problem? You remember when it collapsed, and then quality became a big thing, keeping track of paperwork because they want to know who inspected this thing, what
For
concrete
it to
was
be
used.
okay, yeah.
By the time, even if it was to build a simple structure, by the time the project is complete, we got a lever arch file of documents to send through.
Yeah.
So quality, safety, environment, all these things are a big thing.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it as well, you know.
So if you don't necessarily get into one of the traditional faculties, there's all these things available.
As you
Risk
said,
assessment,
Find the gap in the market.
risk assessment, risk management, RCAT they call it.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many qualification bodies like IRCA and there's so much, man. There's really so much. Hi guys, even in IT, all the cloud and AI cert, cybersecurity, data science, all these kind of things. Cybersecurity is actually becoming a very big thing now.
It is. It really is.
Because
Especially
who's not
IT.
hacking anybody?
Exactly. IT and all the software engineers and all these kind of people, they get paid a lot.
It's really something to look at. You don't necessarily need to study in
Especially
those traditional
in,
faculties.
you know, in corporate companies, when you have issues of people hacking your company's accounts, and they employ people and will pay them any amount that they need because they're desperate and they need to find out what's going on and what's happening. So all you got to do is find the gap.
Find the gap and
Find the
fill
gap
it.
And fill it. Yeah.
Put yourself there. Even if you don't put Vaseline and slide it.
And
slide it.
The Big Breakfast Show. The Big Breakfast Show.
Ivana. No. Ivana. No, please na. Thammingal kosam.
ready da varava anna na yarangi varava tel kodku singata singadappa yavadadu yerutu maradappa na ready da varava anna na taliya varava taranadikira paradikira naadatta veralidikira deepanda naye tatta pattadu paadil na kudikka andala kanda chesadikka kedavitti kondangada yepasi na tanikka புகையில அறுவடைக்கு தயாரான அப்பனத்தை களையெடுத்து தலைவலியும் போக்கி பத்துக்கு தலையெழுத்து ஆகாத அக்கம் போட்டா கட்டி வச்சு கோடில கட்டி லாரில ஏத்தி அறுத்து போட்டு அனுப்பிட்டு ஃபேக்டரிக்கு எல்லாம் ப்ளூ பிரிண்ட் தெரியும் மிஷன் சக்சஸ்ஃபுல்லா முடிய ஏட்டிய வந்தா உன்னை படையல் வைப்பேன் கோலசாமிக்கு அதோட ஆட்டு சாரை பீடி சுருட்டு கேங்கல இல்ல போய் புறத்து விளையாட்டு போல வேலையை நோக்க வேர்ல்டு வைடு லிங்க் எல்லாம் உருவம் நம்ம ரூல்ஸ் உருவாக்கிட்ட நம்ம டூல்ஸ் அத்தனை பேரு அசைவம் ஒரே மாதிரி சிங்கி சிங்கல்ஸ் இல்ல கும்பல் சந்தை கிழிச்சு கழிச்சு போயிட்டு அத்தை வச்சு புகைய விட்டா பவர் கிக்கு பவர் கிக்கு மிளகா தட்டி முட்டி குழம்புல கொதிக்குது பார் அந்த காலழகு அடித்தடி விட்டு குத்து எங்க வீட்டு சமையல் வர அட கலந்திருக்கு கட்டி பல்ல கட்டி இங்க என்ன குத்த காத்திருக்கு அதுதான் கணக்கு இந்த கத்தி வர ரகமா நான் ஸ்கெட்ச் எனக்கு புரிதா உனக்கு மில்லி உள்ள போனா போதும் கிள்ளி வெல்ல வருவான்டா மில்லி உள்ள போனா போதும் கிள்ளி வெல்ல வருவான் பார் முறுக்குள்ள எனக்கு ஒரு பேர் இருக்கு கேட்டாலே அதிரும் பார் உனக்கு போஸ்டர் ரெடி அண்டர் ரெடி கொண்டாடி கொலத்தனண்டி அண்ணன் நான் இறங்கி வரவா தெல் கொடுக்கும் சிங்கத்தை சீண்டாதப்பா எவதடுத்து ஏறுட்டு மாறாதப்பா நான் ரெடிதான் வரவா அண்ணன் நான் தனியா வரவா தான் எடுக்கிற பர அடிக்கிற நாடத்தா விரல் எடுக்கிற நீ வந்த நாய தத்தா பத்தாவது பாட்டில் நான் குடிக்க அண்டால கண்ட cheers அடிக்க எல்லாம் வெட்டி கொண்டாங்கடா எம்பசி நான் தண்ணிக்க down 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 down
The only way to kickstart your day, the Big Breakfast Show with Bashant and Naidu on Southside FM 107.2.
மின்சார பூவே பெண் பூவே மெய் தீண்ட வேண்டும் என்னோடு வாராய் என் ஆசையோசை கேளாய் மின்சார பூவே பெண் பூவே மெய் தீண்ட வேண்டும் என்னோடு வாராய் என் ஆசையோசை கேளாய் மாலையில் பொன்மாலினில் நான் துயில் கொள்ள வேண்டும் காலையில் உன் கண்களில் நான் வெயில் காய வேண்டும் சகியே 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 என் இசைக்கும் ஆசைக்கும் பூசைக்கும் நீ வேண்டும்
மின்சார கண்ணா மின்சார கண்ணா என் மன்னா என் நாணை கேட்டு என் பின்னே வாராய் என் ஆசை ஓசை கேளாய் கூந்தலில் விழும் பூக்களை நீ மடியேந்த வேண்டும் நான் விடும் பெருமூச்சிலே நீ துளிர் காய வேண்டும் மதனா 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 என் பூவுக்கும் தேவைக்கும் சேவைக்கும் நீ வேண்டும் என் சார கண்ணா ஒரு ஆணுக்கு எழுதிய இலக்கணம் உன்னிடத்தில் கண்டேன் என் பாதத்தில் பள்ளி கொள்ள உனக்கு ஒரு அனுமதி தந்தேன் ஒரு ஆணுக்கு எழுதிய இலக்கணம் உன்னிடத்தில் கண்டேன் என் பாதத்தில் பள்ளி கொள்ள உனக்கு ஒரு அனுமதி தந்தேன் என் நாடை தாங்கிக் கொள்ள என் கூந்தல் ஏந்திக் கொள்ள உனக்கொரு வாய்ப்பல்லவா நான் உண்ட மிச்ச பாலை நீ உண்டு வாழ்ந்து வந்தால் மோற்றங்கள் உனக்கல்லவா வானம் வந்து வளைகிறதே வணங்கிடவா
மின்சார பூவே பெண் பூவே மெய் தீண்ட வேண்டும் என்னோடு வாராய் என் ஆசையோசை கேளாய்
One, two, three, four. Here we go. It's that time of the year again for the Child Welfare Chats with Gold Rush Foundation Charity Fair from the 26th to the 28th of April and again from the 3rd to the 5th of May 2024.
Join us to celebrate Freedom Day. Live stage entertainment on each day, specialty food stalls, and a variety of items for sale, ranging from clothes to fashion accessories, from toys to homeware.
2 lucky patrons will win an airline ticket to an overseas destination, one each weekend. Chetty's Rides will be there as usual for family fun and entertainment.
The Reaction Unit South Africa helicopter will also be there to add to the excitement of the fair. So don't miss out on all the action and entertainment. Child Welfare Chatsworth Go Rush Charity Fair 2024, where the community meets.
All the action takes place at the Chatsworth Circus site, Arena Park, Chatsworth.
The only way to kickstart your day, the Big Breakfast Show with Prashant Naidu on Southside FM 107.2.
I want to go in the helicopter.
In the helicopter?
I haven't been in the helicopter.
Never?
Uh-uh.
Why? It's fun.
I can't afford it.
They have these rides in Cape Town for like...
No, even here
100
too they
rand
have,
plus.
but it's so expensive, and like we have to buy other things like deodorant and put petrol.
The struggle is real. It's so real. You have to buy deodorant and petrol.
In no particular order, in no particular order, and in no level of priority whatsoever. Deodorant and petrol.
The only way you may go in a helicopter is if, like, you're in an accident or something, and they have to airlift.
Now, why would you say something
I'm
like
saying
that?
I'm
Why?
saying the way, like you said you haven't been in one, so I'm trying to figure out how
I want
you
to
would
be
go.
conscious when I go in it.
No, I mean,
I don't want to be hooked up to an oxygen
no, in case
tank.
you drown while you in the pool. I know you don't swim. You don't swim, and you don't like the ocean, so it's not going to happen to you.
It's like you are cursed. Do you want to take over the show?
No, absolutely not.
I'll give you.
No, I'm okay where I am. Where I'm sitting over
The
here.
way
I'm
she's
okay.
cursing me to die.
You don't swim in the ocean, so it can't happen to you.
No, so you're saying the only way I can get into a helicopter is if I'm airlifted.
You said you have other priorities, which is deodorant and petrol.
I cannot believe.
No, man,
cannot
not like
believe.
that. Of course not.
I refuse.
No, we
Ah.
have your funeral stuff planned out and everything for that day. You're still in your young phase.
That's quite
You got a youngster's haircut and everything now. So you're moving in life.
You know why I cut my hair that short?
Mm.
I'm seeing so many grays. And it only came after I started working here. I was unemployed for 2 years. I sat at home, not one gray because I couldn't be bothered. And
once you came here, it started showing all over.
I'm smoking cigarette again.
That's how you know he's really going through the most.
You know, we were just talking about find the right person for the right position.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I read this earlier, but I'm going to repeat it because it fits in so nicely with what we've been saying.
Mm-hmm.
The KZN crime stats for March is absolutely phenomenal. SAPS did an amazing job.
Really?
An amazing job.
Mhm.
Now, you must know who's the commissioner in this province.
Yeah.
Mkwanazi.
Mm-hmm.
I strongly feel and I hope that when the next cabinet is announced,
Yeah.
Mkwanazi is the head of police for the
I
country.
really hope so.
He don't play.
He doesn't.
You don't play.
You can see.
Anything you're doing in this province now is going to lock you up.
Yeah.
Because only in the month of March alone,
Mm.
from the 1st to the 31st,
Yeah.
January, February, 31st,
Okay.
I had to count, make
Yeah.
sure.
Right.
9,500 suspects were arrested.
Wow. Really?
Including 167 suspected killers nabbed in the month of March only. Listen to the stats, right?
Mm-hmm.
So almost 10,000 people have been arrested in KwaZulu-Natal in the month of March alone for various crimes.
Okay.
Police seized 258 firearms, and which included 17 rifles, 22 machetes, aka bush knife,
Yeah.
were also seized. KZN police spokesperson Colonel Robert Nechiunda said during Operation Shanela, a total of 9,522 suspects were arrested, a total of 167 suspected murderers and 137 attempted murder suspects were among the 3,156 suspects who were arrested for contact crimes.
Wow.
Close to 150 suspects were arrested in connection with cases of robbery, inclusive of house robbery, business robbery, robbery with aggravating circumstances, and carjacking. Those who prey on women and children were also traced, and the Family Violence, Child Protection, and Sexual Offences Unit detectives ensured that 243 suspected rapists were removed from society in March alone from this province. Over 1,500 people were arrested in connection with assault-related crimes. The fight against the proliferation of drugs and the abuse of liquor was also intensified during the operations, and 1,380 suspects were arrested for drug-related crimes. Over 445 people were arrested for illegally dealing in liquor. 426 people were arrested for driving under the influence of alcohol, and a further 73 people were arrested for drinking in a public place. In addition to this, they also seized 3,000 rounds of ammunition for various caliber firearms, and a total of 463 daggers or knives were also recovered during the province-wide police takedown.
No, I'm very impressed with the way the police has been operating.
So that's what I'm saying.
Last month.
Mkwanazi needs to go national.
He really is doing the things.
I was
I'm
watching
proud of that.
ENCA this morning, and before I came here, and Desan Tatia was interviewing Mkwanazi. And I was telling my mother, this guy needs to be national.
Yeah, no,
He
he's very good.
really needs
very
to be
good.
national. Look at what he's doing just here. Imagine what he can do for the country.
Exactly.
Because you can't buy someone who doesn't have a price.
That's true.
You
That
know?
is true. And he's doing a really good job.
Someone
here in
who is
KZN.
committed to doing their job, there is no price. I'm so sorry.
9,500 arrests in one
Almost
month.
10,000 people
Almost
in one
10
month.
In 1 month.
In
I
one
mean-
month. In this, imagine if it was nationwide.
And how
Operation
many-
Chanela.
Yeah. Nationwide, exactly. He'd be doing a really good job.
And I'm so glad that they're arresting people for actual crimes instead of the usual driving without a license disc and what.
All these things.
All this
stupid things.
nonsense.
Yeah.
Like I always when I see the roadblocks, like why don't you go arrest the real criminals? Leave the drivers.
Yeah, leave the drivers
There's nothing
alone.
that they're doing wrong. But at least now they're doing it.
They're doing the thing.
10,000, almost 10,000 people.
You know, they deserve.
We
they
give
deserve
credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's have a look at what's happening on the socials. Mahesh Bang says, good morning. The pages of yesterday cannot be revised, but the pages of tomorrow are blank.
Mhm.
And you hold the pen. Make it an inspiring story.
That's true.
That's why I said no one is coming to save you.
Yeah.
No
You
one
have
is
to look
coming to
after
write
yourself.
for you. You have to write for yourself.
Mhm.
For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are the plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and hope for the future. That is Jeremiah 29:2. However, you must be proactive.
You
and
must.
go do what you need to do. What's that comment there, Tashia, from
Ooh.
us
DJ Desi M South Africa says Vanika Mission.
above that?
Supersonic says people need to go to the polls on the 29th of May to make a difference in our country.
It's very, 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 very important. I had a fight with my cousins this weekend.
Why?
I asked the two of them, they're sisters, are you registered to vote? And they said no. For what? And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe you had the damn audacity to tell me that. The cheek.
The audacity.
The cheek
of these people.
No, because our vote don't matter. No, every vote counts.
Every vote counts, especially this year.
Listen, this
Very
year,
important.
This year is going to be very, very interesting because Jacob Zuma is now on the ballot.
Mhm.
So I don't know if I was the ruling party that tried every possible avenue to can that from happening, to put a lid on it.
Yeah.
How would you feel now knowing the court has just said, hey, you can go?
And you know,
You
the
can do
thing
what you
is,
want.
the thing is that this is the first year that all the citizens don't know what the outcome could be. Every year, we kind of had an inclination of what was going to happen.
No, it wasn't an inclination. It was an outright victory. They knew what's going to happen.
It's just this year, you don't know which party is
But
actually
I mean,
going to get.
something somewhere along the line is not clicking because this is an election year.
Right.
You shouldn't be having situations where people don't have water in their taps.
Exactly.
You shouldn't be having situations where there's potholes on the road. You shouldn't be having situations where there's load shedding. Okay, load shedding is stopped now, but come 30th of May, it'll be back.
For real though.
They're just giving you a break now, but come 30th of May, it should be back. Then there's the ANC that doesn't know that whether or not they're going to take the majority.